Ja Morant calls game in Miami. Yeah, he pulled out the guns on him. Giannis had a monster video game type of triple-double. Steph and LeBron, pure cinema. Once again, they have done this for about a decade, and it's still running. And we have some other good games in the NBA. But, guys, before we get into everything that's happened, I just want to take time to appreciate the first 3 days of April in the NBA.
Shots.
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting ushered into the playoffs, or are we getting ushered into the playoffs?
We're not getting ushered, Ron. We're getting violently pushed into the playoffs. We're not getting shown to our table. You know, we're not getting a hand and hey, this is what it's gonna look like. This is what you're gonna get. No doubt about it. These teams are fighting for their playoff lives, and they're trying everything that they can to play at a high level. I mean, this Miami Heat team, they go from losing 10 straight to winning 6 straight in a dogfight against this Memphis team, who's also fighting for their playoff lives. So, yes, we're getting a violent push into the playoffs, Ron. Yes, we are.
So, some guy out in Denver gives us a 60-point triple-double.
Mm-hmm.
Same night, some guy in Golden State decides to give us 52 points.
Mm-hmm.
That same night, Devin Booker and Giannis put on the show. Devin Booker, 39 points, 11 assists. Giannis, 37 points, 11 assists. And then Denny Avdia, for some reason, wants to give us a 32, 15, and 10 assist triple-double.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony Edwards puts on a bunch of fireworks in overtime in fourth quarter. The next day, yesterday, once again, LeBron and Jokic this is 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Anthony Davis hits a game winner, 34 points, 15 rebounds. The Cavaliers beat the hell out of the Knicks. The Rockets show a little bit of signs of life. SGA does MVP things again. Kawhi Leonard shows us that he still got the juice. And then yesterday, Giannis gives us 35 points, 17 rebounds, 20 assists. Ja Morant, once again, hits a crazy game winner after scoring 3 points in the first half, gives us 27 in the second half. And then to top things off, LeBron and Steph turn the clock back and give us another masterful showdown.
Again, between those two guys, again. And I was thinking about this, Ron. You guys might have different answers, but in your estimation, since you guys been watching basketball, have you seen a better NBA season than what you're seeing right now? And I'm thinking back to the seasons that I've seen in the past. 2016, fantastic. 2013, the 1992 season, 87, 2000, when Shaq should have been unanimous league MVP. These are the seasons that I'm thinking about. And the criteria is I'm thinking about box office. I'm thinking about players. I'm thinking about what's at stake. I'm thinking about consistency. And with thinking about all of these things, this may be the best season that I've seen. That doesn't include 62, because I wasn't around in 62 when Elgin Baylor. No, I wasn't, Mars. No, I was not around in 62 when Elgin Baylor came in 4th place in league MVP votes and he averaged almost 40 and 20. I wasn't around when that was going on. And however, this season right here, the 2024-25 season may be the best season that I've ever seen. That includes 2016. What they did that includes what was going on in 2016. This may be the best season that I've ever seen.
Swiper, Morris, y'all agree?
I don't have as large a scope of as Chill. Chill can
Just
go all
from
the
your
way back.
Because
My scope is like 5 years. So I mean, it might be, yeah. It's hard to say a season's the best you've ever seen when the playoffs haven't unfolded yet. But I think this season's been a great season. Off the top of my head, I would probably say it might be. Yeah, I would say it might be the best season I've ever seen. But I can have a more definitive answer after the postseason, because if the playoffs are just derailed by injuries, then all of a sudden it's probably not as great.
Yeah, don't do that
But
to us.
a healthy postseason or majority healthy postseason, yeah, this might be. I think this season's been great.
I'm thinking about the implications, Mars. Like, for example, the Celtics possibly winning the NBA championship in back-to-back seasons. Joker may be having the best offensive season in NBA history, and he may miss out on league MVP because there's another guy who wins the league MVP. And we're not even talking about, to Ron's point, we didn't even bring up, I mean, there's this dude in Milwaukee that's like, yo, I'm nice too over here. Hi, how y'all doing? I'm 31-12-6 on a Tuesday, and we're very rarely talking about him. That's going on there. We got a team in the league that lost almost 30 straight games last year. They're a bona fide playoff team this year. And they didn't really make a lot of big time acquisitions in the offseason. And they're a bona fide playoff team.
Well, respect to Bias Harris.
Okay. Now, Swiper, this is what I want you to do. And I need you to be 100% objective and honest with me.
To be fair, he's been like their second most important player.
Even if that's true, Swiper, in September, when they did what they did in terms of the acquisitions, you didn't care. You didn't care.
I like Tobias Harris, though.
As much as you like Tobias Harris and the player that you think he is, after what you had seen last year in the playoffs, when the Detroit Pistons acquired him, in addition to what they already had, you didn't care what they were going to do this year.
I feel like he got scapegoated a little bit in Philly, to be fair. But, you know, he was good last year in the regular season. But, yeah, for sure. I think Detroit's been a crazy story this year. Houston's been a crazy story this year. You're right about them. Cleveland's been a crazy story this year. You're right about them. Orlando started off as one.
Don't just skim over Cleveland, though. Like, Cleveland has been one of the best storylines of the year.
Yeah, one of the best regular season teams ever.
I did not think they were going to be this good, Ron. I didn't think they were going to be this good. No, I didn't.
So we got Jokic and SGA, obviously rivaling each other all year. And then we got a Cleveland OKC. Like, obviously, they're not necessarily a rivalry, but them just going band for band with each other, win for win. Who can finish with a better record all season? That right there, like, I don't think we paid enough attention to that competition for the best record in the league. They've given us a show all year.
And since we're on the subject of records, Ron, when have we had a situation? And the Western Conference has always been a conference where, you know, the record matters and it's really not separated by much. Swiper, between 5 and 8 in a matter of days, you could go from solidifying yourself in the playoffs to fighting for your playoff life and getting eliminated.
Yeah,
you could be eliminated from the playoffs.
Well, the problem is the NBA is because the CBA built so much parity in and so many teams after OKC. Outside of OKC, Boston, and Cleveland, everybody else is kind of flatlined in terms of where their standings are in the league. All of those other playoff teams, they all have an argument to beat the other. And the NBA pretends that parity's good, but we've seen in NBA history that
you don't care.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, people always love dominant teams.
Yes.
Like always, every era. You know, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. The 90s with the Bulls, the 2000s with the Lakers and the Spurs, like they always love dominance. You know, 2010s, there was TV ratings were through the roof when, you know, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry played together. And then when they played LeBron in the NBA finals and LeBron making 8 straight finals. So we'll see how this does and what this turns out to be. I think most people, they want to see a Boston Celtics OKC finals, and I think we're probably more than likely going to get there. If I had to bet, like I'm saying, more than likely that's going to be the NBA finals. And I think that one of those teams is a blue chip, all-time blue chip, and Brad Stevens has built a just ginormous engine. But they're about to be struck down by the CBA because in 2 years they're going to, you know, lose at least 2 players from the rotation because of the money restrictions. OKC's 2 years away from being a second apron team after they sign their guys, you know, and
it's worse for them because they're in a smaller market. So it's even worse
that,
for
but
them.
like the thing is, what OKC and Sam Presti's done, they can replenish their players like easily because they have so much ammunition for draft picks and stuff. So OKC legitimately could do this for the next, you know, you can't really predict timelines, but let's just say safe 2 to 4 years at least. They could have like a top level team in the NBA.
Sure.
And like I said, the only thing that tears that down is the money and like how aggressive the CBA gets when you get into the second apron and how smart you have to be to work around that. But
I was just about to that point right there, Swiper, because with all of those draft picks, I mean, you still have to get it right. You can have as many draft picks as you want, but to find Jalen Williams as the number 12 pick, that's a big deal. I mean, that was the draft pick that you ended up getting from the Clippers in the Kawhi Leonard trade when you got SGA. So you can have all of these draft picks that you want. If you don't get it right, then it doesn't matter. So I just feel like with what's going on in Boston, Swiper, you giving them 2 years. I don't think it's going to be that long. I feel like this year is the timeline. I feel like by next year we can see a completely different unit because a lot of those contracts kick in. Porzingis comes off the books after next season. So with him coming, and I think Drew Holiday comes off the books 2 years from that, he's going to be 35 next year. So that money's going to start to add up. Now, am I in a space where I'm interested in breaking up Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? I'm not interested in that. But those other guys become now expendable off the strength of what the second apron is in the NBA. So I just feel like this NBA season, I digress. I feel like this NBA season, everything that we've seen from small market teams, from major market teams, Houston is a major market. And the NBA needs for Houston to be good. That's a big deal for the NBA if Houston is good. And on
Houston
top of
and
that,
the Pistons.
yes,
Houston and Detroit.
And we also, and I also feel like, with all the good stuff, Detroit is necessary. We need villains. We do need that. It can't just always be, rainbows
Shout
and
out
sunshine.
Detroit.
Yo, we need villains. We need somebody to hate. To Swiper's point, you're talking about ratings. We talk about ratings, and you guys talk about, how small market teams they want to.
SGA's up. Don't worry. SGA is about a month, 2 months away from the villain status. I mean, it's coming. It's already turning.
You think he's done?
It's already turning. Yeah, it's already turning.
How
Like
so?
even
Really?
just
Can you paint us a picture of how you see this going?
well,
I'm sure you've seen this story before. The rise of a hero and the demise of a hero turning into.
Well, right now they're so young, and that's the thing. Like, and Mars is, he put this on Twitter because Mars is a great tweeter. Well, sorry, he's a great Xer. Excuse me. He brought up really eloquently, I might add, that if they lose this year, it's just going to be, the narrative is going to be about like them being young and all that stuff. But I would take it a step further. Like, if they lose this year, the narrative is going to be they're just not, they don't, it's going to be Shea's not good enough. He's going to be, trust me, I already know what's going to happen. Chill, tell me the similarity right now. Let's say they play Denver in the second round and Jokic goes crazy, right? I'm not predicting this, right? Or they play the Lakers and Luka and LeBron and Reeves. For a lot of the media would love this. Like, Luka, LeBron, Reeves take down OKC. Lakers Celtics championship. They're already building it up. The referees are set. You know who the refs are going to be in that series.
But Swiper, is LeBron going to sell us again?
No, he ain't. No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying,
proceed.
If Shea wins MVP, tell me what Shea, Embiid, and Nash will have in common.
They've never been to the NBA Finals.
Never been to the conference finals or NBA finals. Never been to the NBA finals. Then him and Embiid.
Leave Nash out of it.
Respect. But that's gonna happen. Like that's literally, it's already breathing. I mean, and I love George Blaha. I don't know if y'all know who George Blaha is. He's one of the best announcers in the NBA. Detroit. He's old man too. Like, he's seen 50 years of basketball. So for him, it's like that. He was
that's
like
the one that was hating on SGA.
Yeah, he just said he's averaging. He got a measly 3 assists. He's 10 of 26. He's going to win the MVP, but he's not the best player in the world. I'm like, it's already set because people really think SGA is a free throw merchant. And if he goes to the playoffs and he has Mars, if he has 10 of 26 games in the playoffs and they lose that round, we already know how this works. Like, that's just the direction it's going to go in.
The narrative changes on guys quick. The narrative on guys changes really quickly.
Real quick.
But they can win games with him doing that, though, Swiper.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
not
saying
in the playoffs, Ron. Not in the playoffs, man. Not consistently in the playoffs.
It's going to get tight in the playoffs, Ron.
Boston
I'm not saying
could
consistently, but I'm
they
saying
they did do that.
Yeah,
You saw what happened to Tatum, though.
Boston won with Jason Tatum.
Here's the difference. Is it fair to say that Jason Tatum did more, though? That's number one. Number two,
I think it's fair to say that when you win, all of a sudden all your contributions is like, oh, you did all of these other little things, and then when you lose, so you didn't do enough. That's what Jason Tatum felt.
100 turnovers in the playoffs in 2000.
Jason Tatum played well. But if they lost and Jason Tatum was shooting like that, you wouldn't talk about the little things he did because they lost. But because they won, you have to give Jason Tatum his flowers. Like, oh, they won because look, that screen he was setting. So well, you wouldn't have spoke about that screen if he didn't make some shots.
Well, that's not true, Mars.
Like,
No,
that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's what winning bias is. It's like when Jimmy Butler plays trash, but the Heat win. It's like, oh, Jimmy Butler's leadership and the intangibles. But then when Jimmy Butler plays the exact same way, but the Heat role players don't make 12 threes, all of a sudden Jimmy Butler has to do more. That's how it works. If Shea shoots poorly and OKC win, people, maybe not you, but people will be like, Shea did the little things. He drew this double team, and that was the domino effect. Blah, blah, cool. All of that stuff could still be true. But if Shea shoots poorly and they lose, it's Shea didn't do enough. Forget all the advantages he was creating. He didn't do enough. He has to score. Like, it all comes down to
the playoffs are a different
That's all
beast.
it is. It's wins and losses.
100% it is.
Yeah.
Everything else, people call it context, but at the end of the day, you would not apply that context.
And Mars, if they do what I said they probably will do, which again, I'm a probability guy. Y'all know I like the numbers. You know what I mean? I'm not quite pinned.
Yeah, we know.
Hush. I'm not quite pinned with the probability. Hey, look, we all play craps in our life, Mars. Maybe not you. We've all count the hands of the dominoes table, chill. Nice. I know. I've seen 5 6s out here, chill. There's one more left.
I know this wiper got the 4. He got the 4 and 3. I know.
Look, Ron, the big 6s out there on the other end. That 3-6 hasn't been played. I don't have it, so I know he got it. So I'm making sure that I'm gonna bust up this table so you don't get 15 on me right now. Yep. So we all do this. Okay, this is the culture we in. Mars, if he goes 16-3 and went to NBA Finals, you know what they're gonna say? Well, who's gonna beat him anyway? They stacked. The team is loaded. Like, who's going to beat them anyway?
Lose for SGA.
They're gonna do. It was obvious. Look at how they dominated the race. They ran through the regular season. It was obvious. They was meant to win. If they didn't win,
can they win it again? Are they good enough to do it again?
In the very
God forbid someone's hurt in their postseason run.
Right. Yeah.
God forbid. Oh God.
And then on top of this, chill. Think about this. You know the real segment going to be next day after OKC wins the championship. They're going to win 4-1, right, versus Boston. And Tatum's going to play really well this one, right? He's going to play really well, the exact opposite of last year, chill. So, and he's going to play so well, they're going to be like, should he win Finals MVP? So the next day, the first segment is going to be OKC on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, Molly, and whoever. And they're going to say, OKC, how many years could they win a championship? The very next segment, what did the Lakers have to do to beat OKC next year?
Here we go.
That's the very next one. Like, what big are the Lakers trading for in order to get him? So that's just the way it works.
How much does LeBron have in the tank? Does he have anything left? Can he contend next year? Should they consider trading him? Should he be on the trading block? And should they build this team around Luka instead and move on from LeBron James? It's going to be stuff like that, 100%. That's what I want to. No,
I want to bring it back to SGA though in the Thunder. And the fact that you guys are selling me that it's going to be a lose-lose. Because I think that there might be a silver lining. It might be a slim road that he might be able to go down.
Which is what?
And potentially be a hero. You got to, just think about it. You got a Canadian. You got a very likable guy. Or through the roof.
Hey, with respect, some people don't consider him an international player because he learned all this basketball in America, and he's in North America. So
to be honest with you, Swipe, I get reminded that he's from Canada. I keep forgetting that.
He just looked like he's from here. Yeah,
he does. He looked like a dude that's from your neighborhood. I keep forgetting he's Canadian. Yeah.
He's not a loud, flashy guy. He's not a rah guy. Like
his dad. It was his dad. Ox. It was his dad. You could tell, like, he's Toronto. Faux show.
But even with SCA, he still got that like Canadian awkwardness to him, though. Yeah.
I don't know enough Canadians to know about Canadian awkwardness, Big Ox. I don't. I don't. He got a little real Canadian thing going on.
The only thing I'm going to say this: like, the only thing I don't want to see, I would be perfectly happy if they win a championship because I love small markets. I think small markets should dominate going forward. I think no big market should win any more championships with the way things have gone in the last year. It's been horrible, Mark. It's been the way that small market talk about. It's horrible. They either don't get talked about or they disrespect it. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see us like. Let's say Chill is SGA, and then you got Ox, Mars, me, and Ron standing behind Chill, draping them in towels and all that stuff. I don't want to see that. That's it.
That too.
Yeah, they're up. Game 4. They're up 3-1. I don't want to see that. Don't give me no buddy. I don't want to see all these people on the microphone, bro. No, I don't want to see that, bro. That's the only thing I don't want to see. That's it.
You don't want to see?
I don't want to see that, bro.
You don't want to see working after they win the championship. If OKC win that championship, the boys better all be on stage barking. The owner, Mark Dagnall, hey, KD better fly in and do some barking. Russ too.
Hey, kick KD out of here. No, kick KD out of here.
All right, Russ.
Okay. Not even Russ. No. We did this.
Russ and Nick Collison.
I don't want to see the
we did
OKC reporter draped in the OKC jerseys and all that stuff. I don't want to see none of that, bro. Like, just I want to see SGA at the podium. Be like, man, I'm glad to be here. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. God bless.
Guy though, Swiper. He's going to deflect it onto his teammates. Like, even if he puts up, which I think if they win a championship, I got SGA averaging 32, 33, 34 all the way through the whole rest.
So what he averages.
So he's doing the same thing that he's doing right now.
His efficiency drop a little bit, but it's still gonna be like a +3, +4.
But even if he does that and he's not necessarily carrying, but he's carrying, he's gonna deflect the attention off of him. And he's gonna say the reason why we did this is because of these guys. It was because Lou Dort made 1 out of 7 threes. It was because Casey Wallace locked up the other team's best player. Chet Hartenstein was the two-headed monster. He's just not that type of guy. Which is why I think he might not be a villain after he wins a championship.
Everybody becomes a villain after you dominate like that, dog.
Yeah, but it might take 2 or 3 though, Swiper, for SGA.
I mean, Shea's already the pendulum's already going the other way with Shea. Just based
people already are upset that he's going to win MVP. Like a lot of people are legitimately mad.
You got still people who love Shea, but like
right, yeah.
The detractors are coming a lot stronger than they were in the past. I remember back in the day, 2022, 2023, when OKC weren't a threat to do anything. Shea was just a player that everyone was like, yeah, he tough. If OKC ever figure it out, he tough. And now he really one of them ones. It's like, oh, now all of a sudden the hate is just creeping.
Well, to be fair, Mars, there are people that are legit saying to me that he wins this year, he's over Harden all the time. And I'm already like, all right, dude. Like, I'm really trying to hold the fort. Chill. I really am. Like, I'm really trying to be like, look, I want nothing but success for this dude. But if you start putting me in the situation where I got to defend him versus Harden and Wade already, I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
this is crazy. That part I want to argue. No, well, remember, Braun, don't
Harden. They didn't say Wade. They said
Harden and Wade are in the same area.
No, keep Wade completely out of this.
And Harden too. And Harden too. Keep him out of this. Ron. We're not doing this, Ron. No.
Ron's already doing it. Ron's already doing it.
He averaged 31.
Genuinely, for you people, you
people is crazy.
You accolade people. If SGA wins, why wouldn't you have him over Harden?
Yeah, you accolade people.
I know my reasoning, but
me?
You already accolade people.
Yeah, you.
Okay, that only checks me 100%. So sure, no doubt. Okay, he wins the NBA championship. Mars, that checks a box, and I'm not going to argue that does check a box. But that's just the end all be all. So if his career ended today, he won the NBA championship, and his career ended today, he's better than James Harden all time because he won the NBA championship. Because he hasn't done just because you won the NBA championship.
Longevity.
Yo, you got to do more than just win a championship.
I get it. Longevity's valid.
100%. You got to. I'm not saying that you got to win 7 or 8 championships, but you have to do more than.
And Mars is asking this question. This is why I told y'all.
Chill said longevity. I think.
Yeah. But Mars is a Harden stan. Okay, he will. Himself.
I wouldn't have SGA over Harden, but I don't do the accolade stuff, so it doesn't. SGA could win or lose. It doesn't change.
But to Ron, because I don't want to get lost on whatever. I just think that there's a lot of really great basketball this year, and I think a lot of people deserve a lot of credit for what they've done. I think a lot of teams, a lot of coaches, a lot of front office people. Honestly, I think some people have built some truly great teams. There are teams that are not making the playoffs that I think deserve a lot of credit. Brooklyn Nets, Jordy Fernandez. I think that there's a lot of teams.
Or the Nets.
Both.
He just wants to give Keon Johnson and
stop bringing up his name. They got better. They're good players now. Ron, you would love Keon Johnson. Wait, I don't know which one of your teams you would love him on, but you would love him on one of your teams.
He would be interested in Indiana. He'd be because they would play fast. He's not the great.
He'd be the best perimeter defender. Played for the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie.
I watched him a lot when he was here in Portland.
He's nice defensively. There's a lot to be desired offensively.
Yeah. He can shoot a little bit though. He's gotten better. He's a good rim threat. He's like DJJ, just not as tall. He's
very explosive. Yeah, very explosive.
Crazy explosive.
Yeah.
And I think that's important personally, like from a guard, like because that's why Mars is so high on Jalen Green. But yeah, I think that like the Nets deserve credit. I think that Jamal Mosley with the Magic deserve crazy credit for keeping that team afloat. Yo, matter of fact, I'm shout out I'm gonna shout out all the black coaches. Willie Green deserves a lot of credit for that. Old boy in Charlotte, what's his Charles Lee?
Charles Lee. You about to give Chauncey Billups credit?
I mean,
Chauncey Billups
Yes.
Green, but
Yes.
Kenny, I don't know.
You about to give Chauncey Billups credit?
Yes.
Look, Mars is always wanting to slander Chauncey for no reason.
Yes,
He got
Mars.
Scoot Henderson.
Is he another black coach?
Scoot Henderson.
Yes,
Scoot Henderson been way better this year. Denny looks like a future all-star. Donovan
So
Clinton is cold.
that's what's wrong with you people.
Two you peoples today.
Right, Mars?
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, you people.
Anyway, I'm who else is Doug Christie? Doug Christie with the Sacramento Kings has done a really good job since taking over.
How'd you say black coaches, Sniper?
He is. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd's another guy. Jason Kidd's another guy. Like he's done really well.
Towing the line right now.
No, we're not towing the
Yo,
line, bro.
all right,
Nah.
yo.
Look at this one drop rule, bro. Y'all are crazy.
Back. So reel it in, bro. Reel it in.
Fellas, before we go too far, I want to go ahead and do something that I don't ever do.
Right.
Read super chats early in the show. Shout out to everybody that sent through super chats.
Yo, we gonna be out of here by 1:59 today. Oh
Hey,
my
man, we gotta do
goodness.
what we gotta do.
Hey, all it took was you peoples and run timed up.
Okay, we
You
gotta
might
wrap
have to get
this
on the
up
job
quick.
a little bit earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, man, Cheerio on my tail, yo.
As she should be.
I had a hell of a
Work on
cold.
top every
Tell
day,
Tom,
yeah.
Cheerio.
Damn, Ox. We got
Shit.
we got 40 super chats and it's 10 minutes left in the show.
Cheerio had me running suicide. Hey, so my
Hell
toes damn near
yes.
fell off last night.
Thank you, Cheerio. Thank you.
I think Ron got a call from HR. That's what I really think will happen.
100% he did. Get on your job, Ron.
Hey, the Office of Finance and Budget told Ron that he needs to have these done in a lot of time.
Let's go, Ron. Let's go.
Apparently, we have favorites up here on the panel that you can't say nothing to.
Oh, here we go.
I was just trying to cook yesterday, but anyway.
Oh wow!
D3
No way!
Hey, apparently people up here got SGA whistles. Sorry, you can't say nothing to them.
Hey, Swiper, you put that call in, Swiper.
Crazy, yo. That's crazy. Hey,
I will
you
say this,
found
though.
that one-star player in practice.
Ron.
Hey,
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 look, hey Ron, you can't talk to him the way you talk to other people. you can butcher everybody else, but leave him alone. He can come to practice whenever he wants. That's basically what they said to you.
I got to give you some credit, Ron. There have been times when you pulled the belt out. Yes, you have. I say you pulled the belt out, Ron. Okay, and then coach got to pull you to the side, like, yo, Ron, you gonna have to chill out on that. No,
Yo, Ron, that might be your.
It's just because Swiper be doing this, talking about as a black man. As a black man, I refuse.
But all right, y'all, let's get into it. My man D3 sent through a super chat before the show. He said Ant paying all 18 years of child support to his baby mama up front was the most gangster shit I ever seen in my life. He for real MJ's son.
remember what this was about. Now, again, I don't do gossip, but that's what this shit is about. Yo, he told homegirl what it was from the beginning. Before this went down, he told homegirl right from the beginning that I don't want no kids and this is what it is. So,
That's not how you avoid kids, Chill. You don't avoid kids like I don't want one.
I'm not sure what's gangster about another fatherless child.
I mean, he was up front though with her.
No,
He did.
there's a foolproof way. Biologically, there's a foolproof way
oh,
to
100%.
not have a kid. You don't and you know what?
Like
It's
pulling the
not
scissors
wrong.
out?
It's not wrong. The foolproof way is not by ejaculating inside of her and then saying, "Hey, I don't want no kid."
No, that's not the way
That
you
doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't
Well,
work.
I mean,
But Ron, I just this is the thing. She
Gotta be
self-admitted
somewhere.
this is her second celebrity child, and I'm just saying if you're in your late 30s and your intentions is not to be pregnant, there's many different things you can do
Yep.
to nullify that situation prior to the engagement. And I think if I had money, real $44 million a year money, Chill, I've already talked about this. If I was Tiger Woods, never would have happened to me. First off, my setup, the even get to me, going through the middleman, having the paperwork set up,
Yep.
having the doctor stuff on board, like all that stuff. I want to know everything is cool. We know exactly what we're getting into, and you know the rules of the engagement. My thing is like if you're gonna play that game, like I'm just not playing it like that personally, unless you just trying to plant kids like you Nick what's the name, Nick Cannon or something like that. You just want like a harem or something like that. I just think that's crazy, bro. Respectfully, I just think that is not something that I would do with my money and my time. And then on top of that, you know, I think just being in a situation, bro, where you got like he got 4 kids, I think, Cox in the last 2 years. Before
I mean, this you know, it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me either way. It don't matter to me either way. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I'm not gonna put this in the gangster category. You know,
I don't put it there neither. Like I said, Ox, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing this from both sides. But you do have a point. There is a foolproof way to handle this. Not do it. I don't have to touch this chick. That's how we can get to the bottom of that.
Like that's what I'm saying. You can't. I'm not hearing these dudes getting trapped and all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
My auntie told me when I was this big, wrap it before you tap it. He ain't do that. It's not her fault. It's everybody's fault. These 2 grown folks doing dumb shit. This is not newsworthy. This is not newsworthy.
Be that as it may, Ox, like it's every day. Like I'm not faulting Ed. I'm not faulting her. People have
you're not faulting them. They adults, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
You do have to be more responsible.
Everybody,
yeah, 100%, bro. And anybody in the chat out here too. Don't you know? Oh, Ed's doing it. No, don't do that, bro. Like,
well, definitely don't do that. But at the same time, like I said though, people have babies every day where they didn't intend to have babies. It's a lot of salute to everybody in the chat. But I think we're supposed to be here.
That shit right there, Ron, makes me nuts. Okay, let's be clear about one thing.
This shit is dumb.
You know what the hell you doing when you doing it. So let's cut the shit.
Yeah, for sure. Chill. Like
I never bought into that. It was a mistake, or I ain't mean to do that. You know what the hell you was doing. And
she knew
exactly
what you was doing,
doing.
She wasn't trying to do that though. Just like every time you shoot a 3, you're not trying to miss.
No. Hold on. But Ron, hold on. This is female anatomy. There's only a window in which this conception can happen anyway. So how are you? That's what you can have all of these conversations prior to, even if you just want to do basic family planning. Basic family planning, especially within Catholic institutions, when they're trying to have a child, they literally will plan a round like a woman's cycle. Like you literally can track all this stuff. There's only a short window in which conception happens. So I'm trying to figure out if you in that situation. I'm just not doing it. I'm just telling you.
I thought Catholics should use the back door.
No, they're no. That's not. They're just no. That's not. No. But
I'll be right back, yo.
No,
you won't.
No. That was the super chat. I'm just
sure the back door unlocked.
I'm just wishing that people were just smarter. But because Ox, when I tried out for the league, Ox, I met dudes that were bench warmers, 4 baby mama, 5 kids at 25 years old.
Oh, that's just irresponsible.
What?
That's some irresponsible.
And they making, their contract is 300,000. They making 110 after taxes.
Yeah, that's a little bit of money, B. That's a little bit of money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I
just never wanted to be that though, Ron. I never wanted to be that dude who, I got a bunch of kids by a bunch of different chicks. No, I never was interested.
I'm right there with you, Chill. I
was never interested in that. I just wasn't.
I'm working.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ant pays child support all at one time. You're not calling it gangster, and I'm not necessarily saying it's gangster. I'm just saying I ain't never seen somebody drop $1 million plus on child support and say, hey, bye.
A lot of these dudes do that. You just don't hear about it. A lot of these men do that.
This is the first time I heard about it. So I'm like, all right. Hey, usually I'm seeing dudes pay child support for 18, 19, however many years.
Well, could they every day 9 to 5 brothers? These ain't 9 to 5 brothers. Yeah. These are industries. Like they got industry money. So 1.3 here, we're done. But I'm saying, like, now you got another, we ended right here, but now there's another, black child out there that ain't gonna have his father around. So I'm, that's not P for me. No, that's not P for me at all. But I get it.
Cowboy Bob said, what kind of season is this? SJ is performing at an elite level, but we've seen 2 players go for 30 point, 15 rebounds, and 20 plus assists in a game, or 30 plus points games, 15 plus rebounds, and 20 plus assists in a game. Who is the MVP?
Shea.
Yeah, Giannis respectfully is just not even in the convo. He's going to get all the 3rd place votes. Him and Tatum will split those, but I think Giannis had an incredible game yesterday. He is a special player, like a truly special player in a horrific situation. I'll say, to say the least. His second best player is Brook Lopez.
Do you think Giannis will get any 2nd place votes?
No, I don't. Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure it's a unanimous top 2.
Well, I don't know. Last time we've had that, Morris, where only 2 people got all the 1st and 2nd place votes. That didn't even happen 2 years ago.
I mean, if you want to be, no, I was.
I
Gonna be
literally
facetious.
just went over
I
this.
don't know.
I literally just went over
The
this.
same top two.
Top two.
Maybe when it was Bron and KD, like 20.
What about Giannis?
14.
The Giannis year with Braun. Did Harden get an MVP vote
I
that year?
think Harden might have got a top 2 vote. I'll check because Harden was hooping that year. Just wasn't in those conversations, unfortunately. Bear with me. Okay, 2020, the MVP vote. No, it was just those two. 2021 had multiple people. 2022, Giannis got some votes.
23.
Actually, no, I'm looking at just first place votes. I don't know who was getting second place votes. So yeah, that does change the equation because only 2 people got the first place votes in 2020, but someone might have voted LeBron 1 and then had James Harden 2 and Giannis 3 for whatever reason. So I don't know. I would have to look that up, and I can't bother to look that up.
Somebody might leave Jokic off the ballot again, like 23.
Mark Jackson did that?
Yeah, when he made his all NBA team and then didn't have that could happen.
I'd assume 2019 was just Giannis and Harden. I'd assume, but I might be wrong.
I do want to shout out Giannis, though, being the first player. Yes, I repeat, the first player in NBA history to go 35 points, 20 assists, and 15 rebounds.
Shouts.
Congratulations.
Elite company.
He made some ridiculous passes last night, by the way.
Oh, he could pass?
Yeah, he's one of the best playmakers in the league.
I thought those were just like dribble handoffs and just regular, just kickouts for assists. I didn't know.
No, he made one. He got doubled in the posts on like the right baseline. He dribbled out and then threw a cross-court skip. Like he hooked it over his head to Torian Prince. I was like, that was a ridiculous pass.
I mean, if I had to rank the top 5 MVP candidates among playmaking, I think he's number 2.
Who are the top 5 MVP candidates?
Yoke, SGA, Giannis, Tatum, and then probably Ant. I think at this point.
Well, Ant's last, with all due respect. Jokic is 1. SGA, Tatum, and Giannis. Yeah. I actually don't know how I'd assort those 3, to be honest. I'd have to think about it. But
I just think there's something about Giannis being able to drive to the rim and have that much paint gravity and basically throw both hands either side of the court.
There is a lot to that. That's why he's at his offensive peak. Well, close to it.
If he made his free throws this year, he'd be averaging 35.
He's been making them the last couple games.
Yeah, I think he's only missed 2 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, so heating up at the right time.
Yeah, right before the matchup versus who right now?
Right now they would play. Right now they are the 5 seed. They play Indiana. Right? They play Indiana. Yep.
We took the 5 seed back.
Yep.
Oh, hey.
Who's 6 now? Detroit.
Yeah, but they've got the same record and they play each other 2 more times for the rest of the season.
Come on, Detroit. Do what you do.
Those Pistons Bucks games are going to be kind of must see TV just to see who gets that 5th seed.
I wonder what it would be like to see Detroit have it like play that physical versus Giannis, like how they'll handle that on the Bucks end, because they're going to be like, flying around, like basically trying to punch him in the chest. Is Isaiah Stewart back in all them? Okay, cool.
He's back tonight?
He should be. Yeah, it's been 2 games, I think.
Well, you know why I'm asking that. Because tonight we are going to be on Playback. Not only watching Kane and the Pistons and seeing who Isaiah Stewart can bully, but we are going to be watching the Raptors with a good friend and a good guy that you guys love from Toronto that goes by the name of Penn. So I'll be sure to pull up tonight. I promise you we'll all be on our best behaviors. There will be no crash outs. There will be no arguments. It will only be ball talk. So you guys make sure you come so you could talk ball as well. And also, this Sunday, the PCL will resume. We got the Elite 8, Big Ox versus Jordan, Mars versus John D, Hayes versus Real Talk, and Chill versus Logan. So y'all be sure to tap into that. And also on Saturday, episode 6 of the Parley drops. We got Archie Manning versus Shador Sanders. I know you guys are hoop heads, but go and get you in. Go join a nice little football debate. I think you guys are like the angles that these 2 good brothers took. And now we're back to Super Chat. So let's get into it. Frank C said the Lakers have a chance, in my opinion, if JJ makes a key move, as well as Reeves is playing what's best for the team. If moving him to the bench, leading the second unit, Luka
No,
looks at a sink at the moment.
no. The
If
best
Luka
version,
does look out of stink, it's not because of Austin Reeves' presence.
the best version of them is not that. The best version of that team is Austin Reeves and Luka and Braun not on the court. That's been the story. Like I just posted this for everyone because I just think it's important. If you just look at on the season right now, the starting three, the big three have played 307 minutes together. Their defense is abysmal. Like they're getting housed. Like they have a 122 defensive rating with all three of them on the court. The best version of this team is Luka and Reeves with no Braun, and then you put DFS, Rui, and Jackson Hayes or whatever in the game. They have a 106 defensive rating in those minutes and like a really good offense. So I actually think that's not the problem at all. I think Braun, Reeves, and Braun, Reeves, and Luka are so far just underperforming as a unit. That's been the biggest story.
I'm just not that high on the Lakers,
but they're ISO, man. But it's just the way they run their offense, man. Like Luka, because of multiple things, it's the ball stopping with him in particular right now. Like it's just he's not the same player as he was in December, but also too like it's stalling out the offense. Like they just haven't been able to have a full pop yet, and I can't wait till we get to that Warriors game, man. Because
we about to get into it right now. But
oh, by the way, Ron. You wouldn't. I know you would. This actually came out right after the show ended. But you're a big G League guy. You talk about the G League all the time. That's one of your big things. Trey Alexander named 2024-25 Kia G League Rookie of the Year with the Grand Rapids Gold. Voted on by general managers and head coaches, and he averaged 26, 6, and 6 on 46% from the field in 30 games. G League Rookie of the Year, Trey Alexander. So I know, that's something big to you. So I just want to note that.
Yeah, well, Swiper, you talking about rookies of the year. I would like to talk about the G League MVP of the year. Shout out to JD Davidson for the Maine Celtics. The main team in the G League. Well, JD, he's only 22. You guys remember him from Alabama. You guys remember from high school. He's a freak of nature. But anyways, he averaged 25 points. 7.5 assists and 5 rebounds. So once again, the rich are still rich and they have assets. So shout out to the Celtics and shout out to JD. And shout out to PrizePicks. In case you're not tapped into PrizePicks as well as the G League, well, if you download this app, you can play contests across all sports. That's baseball, that's soccer, that's football, that's whatever sport that comes to mind, even including boxing. You download PrizePicks and, well, you use the promo code panel and you will get 50 back instantly when you play just $5. Me and Big Ox are going to show you how it's done right now, or Big Ox will. Actually, that we are on Playback tonight. I know I just mentioned that, but this is a reminder. So that means that the contest and the players we pick tonight are all surrounded by the Raptors and the Pistons game that we will be watching tonight. And I think me and Big Ox took some pretty easy picks, don't you think?
Yeah, they look simple enough. Scotty Barnes, 15.
Yeah, you lost me on the first one.
Well, I didn't make this.
Scotty Barnes is going to get 16 points?
Yeah, you lost me.
He's not going to get 16 points?
You lost me.
Well, Scotty Barnes gets 16 points, 15.5 more. Jacob Poodle, we got him going for 24 and more than 24.5 PRA. Cade Cunningham, the best player of that draft, we got him going more than 14.5 rebounds and assists. And then Tim Hardaway Jr. to round it off, more than 11.5 points. Simple.
That's how we coming today. If Scotty Barnes don't get 16 points, Pin gonna hear it from me tonight. 16? And you supposed to be the second coming of Kawhi?
16?
Kawhi averaged like 15 in his NBA career. So what's the problem?
Yeah, Ron, what's the problem?
Yeah. So pain.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see about it. Hey, I might have lied. It might be crash outs on playback tonight. But let's talk about the Lakers and the Warriors though, and how we felt about that game. Obviously, Stephen Curry and the Warriors ended up pulling it out. Steph Curry with 37 points. He did Steph things. LeBron pulled it together in the second half. He had 33 points, 9 assists. But what did you guys see in this game, and what stood out to you?
Brandon Pajemski.
Shouts, my dog. Shouts, my dog.
That man couldn't miss a three. That was amazing.
8 of 10?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what he was in the first half, but he capped it off with that half court shot. So
He had 22 in the first half.
he just couldn't miss. Yeah, the Lakers defense isn't
good. Hasn't been for a while.
yeah, it's not ideal. I'll say that. It's not ideal.
I can't hear you. Rob.
Yeah, can't hear us. But yeah, it's not ideal. That's my concern. When their defense was amazing, they looked intriguing because the offense still hasn't come around. I'm still not very high on the offense, but the defense was keeping them afloat, and now the defense has been questionable for a while. I'm ultimately not that high on the Lakers, but I'm relatively high on the Warriors though. I mean, for about as high as I could expect to be. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what else I want to say. So I'm gonna be quiet now.
Shout out I, as the resident, one of the many Jimmy Butler fans we have on PC.
Oh, okay.
Mars, do you see the defense and the switchability and even the rim protection from Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green and how spectacular they look on rotation? Like, it's a dream watching them work. And having Kuminga played really well yesterday. Like,
I mean, this is a good matchup for Kuminga.
It is.
Like, they switch everything. He's a mismatch hunter.
No real big, right? Yeah.
Like, this is a great matchup for Kuminga in theory. I'm not saying he's going to dominate them every game,
right?
But in theory, this is a Kuminga type matchup. So him being able to punish that is good. And
Jimmy's in between play. Like, again, Ron, he didn't score like super well yesterday or really at all, like, honestly, but like, he just is all the stuff he does in between. I thought his defense was really good. It's not even just the on-ball stuff. It's just the stuff that he does off-ball. So, like, deflections or just creating tighter passing lanes. He only shot the ball 7 times yesterday, but he looked really good. Steph Curry, y'all, 37 points from Steph. He was 4 of 11 from 3. Honestly, he started off kind of slow. Like, he wasn't going crazy, and then he just eventually kept picking up momentum. He was charged up for those foul calls at the 3-point line, and he got them. And then he was attacking the rim yesterday, Mars. He was finishing pretty well. Like, and I think that's important, for Steph to do that. But what I love watching is that, like, we had a conversation in Playback with Facts and Stacks. Shout out my boy Ev. We were just talking about, like, the Lakers guarding the Warriors off ball prior to the game. And I think that's going to be one of the Lakers' biggest issues. Ron, I think they have 3 positive defenders on the Lakers. And I think that's DFS. I think that's Vando, Gabe Vincent, maybe Rui. Like, I think that's really tough to deal with when you got to – they cut hard all the time, and their movement is so, like, precarious. So they just did a really good job yesterday. I mean, obviously, like, they also shot super well, Pods and all them. Luka did not play well. But honestly, man, like, I think it's just at this point, it's like, his 2-pointers aren't working. We've talked about this before. His 3-pointers were off yesterday. But he also can't get by better athletes than him right now. And he also can't guard better athletes than him right now. So he's just not, in part because of injuries, he's just not performing up to the level. He's not performing up to the level that I think we all expected him to at this point. And that obviously mattered in that matchup yesterday.
I just don't like the Lakers offense. I just don't like it at all. I think Luka's not Lukaing, which is tough. But I think there's also just many problems within the Lakers offense away from just Luka needs to be better. They can't, like, when teams switch everything, they just don't score. Like, they don't score the basketball when teams switch. I don't know if I can give any more analysis than that. Switching teams, they don't score against, and it's a consistent theme. since they've had this iteration of Luka, Bron, Reeves, I think it's because they just end up devolving into isolation basketball. And now you're just relying on guys to try to score one-on-one, which is cool, but that's not the way to go and win. So I haven't liked the Lakers offense for most of the season. It was different when you had AD. But now this iteration of the Lakers, everyone was like so high on this offense because of the personnel. And in theory, what you should be capable of is a lot more than this. But what's actually happening is the offense sucks relative to like any sort of expectation. The offense is just not good.
Typically, I will be worried, but I'm not going to make a big deal out of last night. And Mars, typically you take this stance as well. Like Luka went 6 for 17. He went 0 for 6 from 3, and he finished with 19 points. Luka makes 2 more threes, and he finishes the game with 25.
I mean, there was definitely shooting variance is a real thing. Yeah.
So, like, I'm saying, like, Luka easily could have went 4 for 6 from 3
Luka's
last
coming
night.
off a month where he shot 40% from 3. So, like, he was benefiting from shooting variance last month.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's not. Like, this is why I say everything comes full circle. Luka's not a 40% pull-up three-point shooter, but he averaged 30 last month doing that. I didn't overreact to that. I'm not overreacting to Luka missing threes last night. Like, that happens. The issue is he can't score inside the three-point line consistently. And that's been a theme since he's come back from injury. And we get to a point where I don't know how long the benefit of the doubt is. Like, I don't know the rules on that. I will say I was giving Paolo the benefit of the doubt when he came back from injury. Then I got tired of giving him the benefit of the doubt, and then Paolo figured it out again. So, like, I'm not gonna
shout out Paolo.
I'm not gonna say it's over for Luka. He's Luka Doncic. It's just I don't think the Lakers are doing the great job of helping him in these situations, and he's also just not looking like the Luka Doncic the Lakers thought they would get when they traded for him. It's just not great.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm more so saying I'm not really too concerned, and I do typically. And you guys have heard me say this plenty of times. You got to move the ball. You got to move it off the ball. You can't play ISO ball. This is the one exception where I'm like, I'm not really too much tripping because LeBron is LeBron. Luka, even though he might be a step slower, he might be 2 steps slower. Luka's still bad as ever. If he see a couple go in, you are in trouble. And Luka's playmaking is just ridiculous. When he does get in the lane, you still have to rotate, and he's always going to make the right read. Always, for the most part, always. He didn't have a ton of turnovers last night. His shots he had 1 turnover last night. His shots just weren't falling. And then last but not least, I told y'all that boy a top 20 guard.
Who?
Didn't I tell y'all? And it only took 1 day for that to age well.
Who?
You know who. Hey, Austin Reeves is for real.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
He is for real. He's the real deal, y'all. And so, like, as long as he's hooping, I'm not really too concerned. Bron might have an off night. Luka might not get it going. But one thing that's been a constant for them this year is Austin Reeves he's going to make good plays. Whether it's him scoring, whether it's him just being aggressive, whether it's him making the right pass, whether it's him getting a steal or whatever the case may be. Austin Reeves has been showing up big in all of their big games. So, like, he's one of the reasons why I'm just like, they'll be all right. They'll figure it out.
You think so at this point we have a 23 game sample size with Luka on that team.
You know what their record is with Luka?
Well, since the trade, their record is the record is I think they're 15-11. They're 15-11 since the trade, since February 10th.
15.
So,
Yes.
I guess with the numbers bearing out that like their defense is not good with him, and their offense is like pretty good with him, but their defense is really the issue. Do you think that's not something that's worrisome, given that they don't really have the personnel to defend?
They're 18th in offense since he's been there.
Right
now, he hasn't played every game, but they're 18th in offense.
And what are they in defense?
17th.
Yeah, cleaning the glass.
So they're essentially mid.
Yeah, I mean they're below average, right below average.
And obviously, I'm not saying the Lakers are a bad team, and I'm not saying they can't do anything in the playoffs. I was high on this team when I saw the defensive intensity and the things they were doing. I thought were cool. And then you get to the point where it's like, okay, teams have figured out that if you overload the strong side, all we have to do is execute on the weak side correctly, and all of a sudden we can score quite easily. And there's not much they can really, not much in my opinion, the Lakers can do to offset that, based on the fact that they have multiple weak defenders. So you have to overload and help, because Luka Doncic on the island can't guard. We saw that last night. Anytime he did get switched on to anyone with any sort of perimeter creation, he can't stay in front of people. That's just, he can't. Austin Reeves isn't the greatest at staying in front of people. You need guys like LeBron on the back line, just because he is one of the only people who can actually do that role for the Lakers. And then if you need to go more defense, you bring in guys like Jared Vanderbilt, but then offensively they come with their own problems. The roster's flawed. I don't know, sky blue, but the roster's flawed.
And I think that matters. And I think everybody that was like saying, mostly media heads, everybody that was saying that like they need, they're favorites to win the title, they're going to the NBA Finals. I just think people should just like, but it's the Lakers. Like, and I think, shout out to my dog, Sean, great Lakers content creators, like legitimately like a really good content creator for the Lakers. Sean Davis, he actually works with like basketball, like does podcasts, all kind of stuff. He brought it up that like people they crash out over the Lakers. Like when they lose, everybody gets super low, but when they win, everybody gets super high. And I just think that's just not a real place to live in for this team. They're a mid team. They've been a mid team.
I don't know who's responsible for their offense. Also, whoever it is, maybe it's JJ Redick, maybe it's Scott Brooks. I doubt it's Nate McMillan. Whoever it is, they need to do a better job, because this offense is not good at all, and it should be good.
Yeah, I wanna jump back over to the Warriors though. So we talked about the Lakers post trade. The Warriors are 19-2 post Jimmy trade, or with Jimmy in the lineup, right? No, I think it's post Jimmy trade. They're just 19-2 in general. Or is it 20-2?
Wait, since the Jimmy trade?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jimmy Butler's
Pretty sure it's 19-2. I know they were 18-2.
Who they lose to?
One of the games
They lost
Jimmy
the game
was
to the Sixers. They lost the game to the Sixers. I know
Do
that.
you remember?
Well,
Jimmy
Jimmy's played 24 games for the Warriors, so
all right.
Here, I'll look it up right
Definitely
now.
he arrived on February 8th.
They're 20-4 with Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
It's amazing.
Since Jimmy arrived on February 8th, they are, where are they? They are 20-5. So the one game he missed, they also lost.
That's true.
So 20-5 is good.
So 20-5 since Jimmy got there. Obviously, they were in the depths of hell in the play-in, crawl up to the 5 seed, and they have one of the best defenses. How we feeling? Because
they're really good. It's just matchups.
The numbers are telling us that the numbers and history is telling us that this team, that could be one of those.
What's the history?
The history of the players: Draymond and Steph, Steve Kerr, Jimmy Butler just by himself. All of them play well in the playoffs.
They're the inverse of the Lakers. Like their big three, they're dominating. 339. They're dominating. They're playing really well. But it's just matchups with them. Yeah, it's just they play the Lakers. I think they can beat the Lakers. They can beat them. They play versus Memphis. They play versus the Rockets. I just think Denver's a horrible matchup for them.
So you think it's just two teams that the Warriors don't want to face?
I think that they cannot.
I mean, I think they got an okay chance of about as good a chance of beating OKC as anyone else in the West has.
Right.
Like they'd be in that group of like 3 teams who I think could legitimately challenge. So Denver, questionable.
Yeah,
but
it's just the matchups though, Ron. That's it. Like that's just what it is in the Western Conference.
They play you guys tonight, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I think Jamal, Jokic, Porter, all of them could be back tonight.
Whatever, man. I need the Warriors to win, so they're gonna save me.
For what? The Houston second seed? Y'all locked that up.
No. They beat the Lakers last night. That was cool. They beat Denver as well, because we're gonna lose to OKC. So I need to make sure Denver and the Lakers don't make up any ground, because we got a very tough 5 games. But I think the ceiling of this team is dependent on if Jimmy Butler can be playoff Jimmy. Because if he's not scoring at a high level, I understand all the little things he does. I understand he's extremely valuable, extremely impactful. I'm really high on Jimmy Butler just in general as a player because of the little things. They do need someone who can score the ball consistently. And if Jimmy Butler can't do that, I think that limits the ceiling of the team a lot. But if he can turn back the clock and he's able to be that relentless bully ball, get into the paint and draw fouls, finish at the rim, make some jump shots from like that 12 to 16 feet range, like all of that stuff, then I think they elevate into a different level. Right now, I think they're in that tier 2 group of contenders in the West. But if you get that playoff level Jimmy, they might be tier 1.5. So I think it's entirely dependent on Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green looks engaged. Steph looks rejuvenated. Podziemski's looked great since he's come back. Quentin Post is really nice.
Shout out Quentin Post.
I like
a good player.
Yeah, I like Quentin Post. I mean, he's one of the best 3-point shooting bigs in the NBA. Like that's just he just is.
He just don't know when to shoot him yet.
He'll fit.
He got a weapon that he can use. He just don't know.
He'll be more comfortable. I feel like some of it is just like some people aren't used to being told they can shoot whenever they're open. Like some people just aren't used to that. And I think the Warriors know they need him to shoot whenever he's open because he might the second or third best shooter on the team. Depends on how you feel about Buddy Hield on the day. Because Buddy Hield sucks. So
Buddy Hield.
Oh my god,
Buddy Hield's a positive defender now.
All summer.
He played good defense yesterday.
Damn.
It's easy to look decent when you got Draymond and Jimmy.
Nah. He gets credit for his job.
Okay.
Because I know somebody that doesn't get credit. Never mind. Shouts. But no, Buddy Hield, he bodied. He got a 24-second violation on ISO yesterday. So shout out to him.
Also, so we was just giving Post a lot of love. You know who we gotta give love to, who actually has been a good defender, who has been knocking down shots, and who has been in the starting lineup throughout this whole run. Moses Moody needs so much credit for just being solid.
I understand why you like him.
Solid.
He's built like you, just 4 inches taller. Like I understand why you like him. He's long. He's athletic. He like gets in your space. Like he's a good player. Like he's a really good player. He can
shoot. But shout out to Moses though. Like he is. You can't ask for somebody to just be more solid at what they do.
I've been campaigning for Moses to get minutes for a minute. Now he getting them. He contributing. He competes on defense. He's smart. He's like the lowest IQ of their starting lineup, which says something because he is a smart basketball player. He doesn't start.
I know. True. Yeah. Well, sometimes, but yeah, sure, yeah.
But he is a smart player, and he just. I think it's very important to not have guys who make a lot of mistakes.
Yes, because Steph is going to make enough late in the game by himself. So. You do need people that are not.
There was a play where LeBron was down.
I know.
It was a 5-on-4, and Steph still managed to turn it over. that was interesting. But Steph's gonna do some of that. Draymond's gonna throw some errant passes. That's just what Draymond does, which is why I don't think he's that S-tier passer. Although I think his IQ is really high. So not having role players who don't make mistakes is so valuable because you can't afford your marginal players to be costing you possessions. Another reason why I just don't like Kyle Kuzma. But like Moses Moody, Podziemski, just like they're not error prone, and that's extremely valuable. So like those type of players I like. And the Warriors are intriguing. I think OKC is just by themselves in the West. But like in that tier 2, I would still have the Lakers in tier 2 just off talent and ultimate ceiling. But Denver, I think Minnesota's probably in that group at this point.
Of course they are.
Denver, Minnesota, Golden State, the Lakers, and then the Clippers are like, Those are like the next group of teams for me in the West. I don't know who's the best of that group, but that's probably where I stand.
Clippers are good.
They are good, indeed.
They have a real big 3 as well. Another team with a real big 3 that plays well together. They know how to play together.
I was watching some Kawhi highlights last night.
Brett Usher
from this year.
Shout out to Brett Usher, by the way. Shout out to Brett Usher.
Man, yeah, he made a change last year, and all of a sudden he's the most popular basketball account.
I mean, some people be hating on him. Because I go everything all over my timeline. So Spreadsheets FC be hating on him because apparently he's too positive. Because he put out a tweet saying that think what you want about Jalen Green, but he is the leading scorer on the 2 seed. And now Spreadsheets FC is just mad at him. Like, this guy's too positive. He appreciates the game too much. Like
that's a good point though, Morris.
What they appreciate the game too much.
The Jalen Green thing.
Yeah, that's where I stand. Not that he's the leading scorer on the 2 seed, but that like he's flawed, but people acting like he doesn't have any redeeming qualities. I think you're just preaching. But
it's just I'm saying that's just like it's a good point. Yeah, you can take it however you want to take it. You can say that's great about him, but it's just a fact. It's a good point.
he is factually the leading scorer on the 2 seed.
I mean, doesn't that have to mean something?
I mean, he's the only 20-point scorer. So, shout out to
Well,
Shangoon.
according to Ron, you can just take both of them out because you can just leave their defenders and they'll be the same team. So
but they're gonna be the same team. Also, just for anyone who's wondering, Jalen Green's true shooting is higher than our friend Shangoon's. So 5.1%, but it is higher. So just for anyone wondering. But yeah, the West is shaping up nicely. I don't know outside of
is it shaping up nicely?
Yeah, it's shaping up very nicely.
I feel like we're in the middle
I think the top
hurricane.
8. I think the top 8 seeds all should be in the playoffs. I think they are the 8 best teams in the West, and I think based on where they shuffle out, we're in for some really good first round series. Like I'm hoping for Minnesota to be 6. I want to see Denver, Minnesota in round 1. I think
why we already seen this.
I think that would be a great series.
But
I want to see Houston, Memphis in round 1.
Before you go any further, though,
hold
that thought right
That's crazy.
What is that?
Hey,
yo,
oxtails, nigga.
I got oxtail soup on the way.
Yeah,
I got oxtail soup on the way. Hey,
George,
I'm just letting y'all know.
George, that's what I'm talking
man,
about.
Make sure I get a plate too, man.
Hey, that's what took me so
Hey,
long.
I don't know about them though. The oxtails my wife make look way better than that, Jordan. I don't know about them, but don't eat those.
Hey, it's cool. That's what took me so long. I had to go prepare my meal for the weekend.
Okay.
Go cook up.
Yeah,
Man, you got to cook oxtails right, or they will make you sick. So shout out, bro. You can cook them well.
Right, but it's why they don't cook oxtails in France. He don't even know what that is.
I ain't never been to France, so it's cool. It's cool. I'm just letting you know. That's what we rocking.
Oh yeah.
In case you guys are wondering why there's oxtails in Jordan's background, well, it's because in the PCL this weekend, Jordan and Big Ox will be kicking us off on Sunday, April 6th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to hear some good basketball talk, if you want to see a nice basketball debate, and if you want to see one of these niggas go home, then pull up on Sunday to go ahead and watch that debate. And we got a couple other debates too. It's going to be a good time. And obviously, as you know, after that, there will be an after party on Playback. We'll be watching Parley teach Jokic how to really pass the ball. And I promise you this time, once again, there will be no fireworks. It's going to be a nice, clean basketball game. So y'all make sure to pull up. Fellas, we were in the middle of something. Mars, you were talking about the series that you would like to see most in the West, or series that you would like. I want to hear from everybody. What series just in the West, first round series that you would like to see?
Houston versus Memphis. I want to see that series away from just me being biased. I do want to see that series.
So you think that would be the most entertaining series in the first round?
I think the biggest chess match.
I do think that would be a good series.
I think the biggest chess match would be Denver versus Minnesota. Because I think both teams.
Bars, why are you talking like that, bro? We know me and you both want to see Denver, Oklahoma City first round. I want to see that first round. I want to see
Denver dropping to 8.
Get their ass up out of here.
I'm trying to be somewhat realistic.
Somebody got to get up out of here. That's what I want to see. I want to see Oklahoma City get packed up. Or Denver get packed up. Yeah, somebody got to get packed up for us to win.
Who's we?
The Rockets. What you think?
Oh.
It would be OKC versus the Clippers. That's the way. That's the way.
That's cool too, because OKC can get packed up too. Yeah,
I think every series in the West will have, like, assuming it shakes out how I want it to, every series will have its own reason why it's a great series. Like, even though I think OKC handle whoever they see, unless they see the Timberwolves, I actually think the Timberwolves can cause some problems. But like, even though I think they can handle anyone they see, I still think there's going to be things that are going to make that series interesting. Whether it's how a team's going into the playoffs trying to defend Shea, or how does OKC's defense account for guys like Anthony Edwards who are downhill rim pressure demons, or if they go up against a team like the Clippers where they have these isolation heavy guys like Kawhi and James Harden, what's their defense like for that? So like, there's so many different things I think the West playoffs has that can make things interesting. The East, to a lesser extent, is just those playing teams just ugh. But like the West all the way through is just there's something interesting in every series.
Mars, if you're I don't know, just pick whatever team has the best personnel for it defensive wise in the West against OKC. So whatever team that you think it is, regardless of anybody else thinks. If you're that coach of that team, how do you prepare for OKC? Are you preparing for Shea? Are you preparing to shut everybody else down, or is it just an even effort all the way around? Just solid defense.
I mean, Shea's number one on the scouting report. It's not like how we gonna slow down Lou Dort. Shea is priority number 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I think if I'm looking at it from a personnel standpoint, I think the best team in terms of that personnel is the Timberwolves. I think you need length to bother Shea at the point of attack. You need physicality. You need elite rim protection. The only teams I would consider to have all of those things would be the Clippers, the Rockets, and the Timberwolves. The Rockets don't have that S-tier rim protector like a Rudy Gobert, even a Zoo to a lesser extent this season. So they're out of this. Then it's between the Clippers and the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves just have more high-end defenders, especially at the point of attack, whether that be Anthony Edwards, Nikhil, Jaden McDaniels, etc. So I'm going to go with the Timberwolves. My philosophy would be I think OKC become more. Shea is a monster in isolation, but you get to a point where if you aren't conceding threes, I think you can keep up. So I get to a point where it's like Shea's gonna dominate the middle of the floor. He's gonna get wherever he wants. I think you try and deter as many drives as possible. So you have Rudy Gobert roaming the baseline, usually off of the weakest shooter, whoever that may be in the starting lineup. If they go double big, which I don't think they would, you would have him roaming off a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein. Or just playing that deep drop. And then you're trying to get Shea to hover around the free throw line elbow area. You don't want him to get all the way to the rim because then you're going to have to put yourself in rotation. And you want to just try and keep him in front. Not like you're going to stop Shea from getting by you, but you just aren't giving him lanes to the rim. And then you're not helping off corners and you're not helping off guys who are just catch and shoot guys. And if you do help off them, you have to run them off the line and funnel them towards Rudy Gobert. That would be my attempt. At the end of the day, you're not going to stop OKC. So this is not me saying this is how you slow them down. This is just what I would try. And I think Minnesota have the personnel to do that. It all depends on if Julius Randle's engaged on defense because he is the weak link in that. But I do think it's possible. You also, I think you want to force Chet into thinking he has mismatches because I still don't think Chet's a comfortable mismatch attacker. So if we're switching, for example, and we have Chet being guarded by a Nikhil or a Jaden McDaniels or Anthony Edwards, don't overreact. Don't send help. You want Chet playing one-on-one because he still doesn't have that low center of gravity. He's still going to get bumped off his spots. He's not entirely comfortable in that position. So if you can force Chet to be a creator in that sort of mismatch attacking thing, I think you have a chance. And then outside of that, you want to keep Isaiah Hartenstein off the offensive glass because that's a problem. That would be my 3 keys. So keep Shea hovering around the mid-range area, take away the rim as much as possible, keep him in the mid-range, force Chet to be this mismatch attacking player. Don't overhelp, and then keep Isaiah Hartenstein off the offensive glass. Those would be my principles. All that to lose in 6, but those would be my principles.
That sounds solid. That sounds solid to me. I like the idea though of the letting Chet think he has mismatch ideas. I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I think mine would be let J-Dub think he can get off and let him smoke the game away. That's what I'd be trying to do. Let J-Dub think he Jaylen Brown. Go ahead, J-Dub. Every time I want J-Dub to try to be aggressive, I'm gonna put James. If I'm the Clippers, I'm putting James Harden on J-Dub. Just so he can think he can take James off the dribble. James gonna hit his ass with that big ass belly in that chest. J-Dub gonna be fumbling the ball. They're gonna be playing the passing lane. I think you make J-Dub try to play one-on-one. I think you try to like limit, like Mar said, limit Shea getting to the rim. That's more important than him shooting threes to me. If we can limit him getting to the rim and allow everybody else to try to get off and let them smoke a couple possessions, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna blow them out. That's not the point. You just want them to smoke a couple possessions because you can keep the game close. I think the Clippers can keep the game close. To me, the Timberwolves offense is a little bit sporadic sometimes. Like some of the stuff Anthony Edwards does, it's amazing. But some of the stuff it does is like, what the hell? Why are you doing that? So they smoke so many possessions off. The Clippers, to me, don't really smoke a lot of possessions off. It comes down to is Kawhi and James Harden playing good, to be honest. But they're not smoking possessions off. Like, why the hell you do that? Like, nah. So I feel like if you can make the Thunder do that, I think both teams got a chance of beating them. But I think the Clippers more than the Timberwolves. Timberwolves just do too much.
Yeah, they do have more. They do have more offensive firepower, and the Timberwolves are liable to just go very, very cold.
Very cold. Yeah, it's like, bro, why? And the reason why would be dumb too. It's like Rudy will take a terrible shot because he think he's supposed to be involved. It did Anthony Edwards is gonna keep shooting shots because he think he Michael Jordan. It did next to Mike Conley in the game, and I'm mad at him for no reason because he just shot an open 3 and missed. And I'm like, why the hell he in the game? And then it's like you just got too many crash outs on Minnesota, like on offense. They just crash out a lot, I think.
I think Minnesota has, and I'm not saying they're better than the Clippers. I'm not saying they have a better chance, but they have more that they can throw out there in terms of just everything. They can go small on you. They can go big, obviously.
But it don't mean it'll be good though, Ron, because the Clippers.
I'm not saying it will be. I'm just saying that they have more of an arsenal, and then on top of that, I think that they have the hotter scorer. They got the better scorer of the two teams, which I mean that means something.
I don't know. Kawhi pretty damn hot. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kawhi toning that shit up, bro.
No, he is.
I would be terrified.
But I mean, here's the thing, though. I don't know yet which Kawhi it is. We're not gonna know which Kawhi it is until we see it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Ron? You already seen it.
I mean, I
think
we're at a point where if Kawhi looks like Kawhi in the regular season, it's
your ass
look that way in the postseason.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, if
he doesn't have a game where it's like, how's it gonna look in the playoff?
Mars at this point, every team in the West, there's realistically 5 other teams in the West that are praying that knee swells up. It's 5 teams out there that are just praying for inflammation. I'm saying, though, Jordan, they're begging for inflammation to come right now. They see Kawhi and they know what time it is.
Swiper, bring your ass back up here because you said some foolishness yesterday and I was listening and I was about to come up, but I had too much stuff to do.
He did say some foolishness yesterday.
Bro, why are you talking about somebody out coaching Ty Lue? Like, he said Ime would be a smarter coach than Ty. I'm like, bro, do you not know who Ty Lue is? Like, to me, I'm like, a hell of a coach. Like, when he said that, I'm like, what? Like, I could not believe he said that Ime will outcoach Ty Lue because he feel like Ime is a better coach. See, this shit I be talking about. You know, some people go on they run one time. Well, Ime is a hell of a coach. I will say that. People go on they run, but they disrespect other people who've been doing this. Like Ty Lue been doing this. Like, and he makes hell of adjustments. Now, he been dealt a bad hand with the Clippers. I ain't gonna lie. But still, the way he reacted to it, it's been crazy. Like the way he hurt right now. It's so crazy that coaches get hurt too. But
what's wrong with him?
Huh? His back, I think. Yeah.
Remember what happened to Finch last year?
Yeah. Who ran into him? Mike Conley?
Yeah. It might have been.
I think it was Conley.
I don't know.
Either way, that was terrible.
Bro.
They better be both their old asses didn't get hurt.
Bro, from knowing what I know from experience too, like with people that I know that like dealt with Ty Lue, bro. Ty Lue is a hell of a coach. He's a hell of a manipulator too. He will for sure get the Clippers playing in a way that y'all probably never seen when the playoffs come. So whatever his plan is with Kawhi and James Harden, just expect that shit to be amazing. I will say that. And I don't want the Rockets to play.
Going to be. I don't think nobody really wants to just see the Clippers. I mean, nobody
wants
to see.
I'm gonna be honest. No one in the West really wants to see anyone else in the West. Like, there is no easy matchup. Like, everyone.
If you do Memphis, you want to see Memphis. You probably want to see the
that's
Rockets.
Why I'm trying to get them to 7 seed.
Yeah, you probably want to see the Rockets, but the Rockets gonna be a tough. If you beat the Rockets in 7 games, it's gonna be a tough 7 games. It's gonna be a tough 6 games. Even if you
come out of that series bruised.
Yeah, even if you sweep them, it's gonna be a tough 4. But I ain't gonna lie, the Clippers excite me a little bit. Now James Harden sometimes is like. You almost gotta remember sometimes he do some bullshit in the playoffs, but it's like he could do some really good stuff too. And Kawhi,
he's gonna do both.
Yeah,
He
he
gonna
will.
have some bullshit games, and he gonna have some James Harden games.
Yeah, so I guess it just depends on how well Kawhi plays, and Zubac too.
But those bullshit games are the games where Norman got to score. And I'm not saying Norman got to play phenomenal, but Norman got to score on those games when James Harden isn't.
That's a fact.
Right.
And some games Zubac won't be. Like y'all gonna hate this. I'm gonna say this, but it's gonna come true. Zubac, they gonna take Zubac out of some games, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's not gonna be able to play sometimes in the fourth quarter. You just gonna see the way they're gonna pick on him.
What teams you talking
about? If they play the Warriors, he definitely not gonna be able to play that game. The Thunder, he's not gonna be able to play that game.
No, I think he
can play
against the Warriors.
He can't play against the Thunder. They will go after Zoo every single time down. Every time down.
So what do you do then? Because either
take him
Chet or
out.
Ihart's gonna be on the floor.
You need to play Zoo. I'm not a fan of Norman Powell against the Thunder. I just don't think that's a great matchup for him, like because of his limited creation and playmaking abilities. I don't know how he's actually played against them this year. Maybe he's been amazing, but I'm not a big fan of that. I think if Zoo can't play for the Clippers, they have no chance. He's their only big. I think he can play. I think he can play personally. I think he can play. I think he has to be able to play first of all, but I think he can play.
The possessions get shorter. Exactly. The possessions gonna get a little bit. Well, they're gonna get longer for him, but they're gonna simplify who they want to go after. And it's
Jordan, if he can't play, then everything you just said 5 minutes ago is bullshit, Jordan. If he can't play, then Ty Lue is not who you think he is.
Nah, but I think Ty Lue will make an adjustment though. That's what I'm saying.
The adjustment can't be take my only big out the series.
It's gonna be take him out.
Because that's been Ty Lue's adjustment for 5 years. That can't be the adjustment.
They're gonna play Batum at the 5. That's what they got though.
Because
that's why they got Batum.
When OKC goes double big, you can't have Batum at the 5.
They gonna put James to guard their bigs. James Harden used to lock down that post with Houston. Don't do that.
James can check Ihart and a Batum on Chet. I can see it.
The offensive rebound. Forget just
they
being
don't have
able to guard.
PJ
The
Tucker,
offensive rebounds will
They got Batum.
Zoom the only one on the team who can rebound.
Oh man, y'all hating on Tyler Small, boy. That's what y'all
Oh,
doing.
I forgot Ben Simmons. Yeah, somebody. Yes, that's right. Ben Simmons. They're gonna play Ben
Oh
Simmons.
shit!
So Zoo's unplayable, but Ben Simmons.
Wait, who said Zoo's unplayable? What did I miss?
Zoo's gonna be unplayable because of offense. I mean, because of what they're gonna do to him on defense.
Versus who?
The Thunder or the Warriors. I think.
Well, they have to play big versus the Thunder, though, my brother.
I don't think so. But Ben Simmons will be their 5. I'm telling you, they're gonna put Ben Simmons at the 5, probably Batum at the 4.
Don't you think, Jordan, they're gonna need that interior
Not
defense,
about Ben,
especially somebody can move as well as Zoo. Like
Ben creates too many problems offensively for him to be the answer to Zoo.
He's not even like a vertical play finisher either.
You know what they go? Yeah, but you know what they're gonna do? They just gonna run Ben off a pick and roll and have him short roll. And when he get that short roll, they're gonna use him as a passer. That's all they're gonna use.
That's how I've been envisioning Ben in that role for years.
He's just gonna be a short roll.
The issue is he can't screen. He can't screen, and he doesn't stay in the pocket.
Yeah, but listen though,
it's easy to just say he can be the Draymond Green and play in the short.
No.
He can't. He just can't. Otherwise, he would have been doing it for 2 years.
But look, they gonna. I agree with you. He's not the best screener, but I'm telling you, the way Harden is gonna manipulate it to where it's gonna become a rescreen to where he has no choice but to screen. Somebody's gonna come up, set the screen. He's gonna miss like he always do, and they're gonna rescreen it, and he gonna go short roll. And once he goes short roll, he can either go to the basket or he got passing ability. I give him that. I think Ben Simmons is not very good.
He's the second best passer on the team.
Exactly, and that's why I'm. And he can. And I will say he can hit that little floater. Now, will he shoot the motherfucker? I don't know, but he can hit that little floater that Zudu.
Right hand. It's so funny. Like
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, like it's so hard to see it now because it's the regular season. But I'm telling you, in the playoffs. It always happened to a big. The only bigs that really play in the playoffs is ones bigs that can defend.
Like Zoo defends. He's not going to defend. He's a prototypical drop big. That's what he is.
You can't. And I think giving Shea a drop look in the playoffs, you're trying to start a fire. You trying to start a fire.
That's why Chris Dunn is so important. Because Chris Dunn is one of the best point of attack screen navigators. Where you can play drop.
He also sucks on. He also is not very.
Yeah, there's the difference.
Swiper, by the way, he definitely sucks on offense.
But like Chris Dunn makes that drop so much more viable, along with Zoo being a really good rim protector. because he's so good getting around screens and then recovering and getting back in front, that Zoo can stay in his drop. So if Chris Dunn becomes unplayable offensively, then you run into concerns.
So will Zoo.
Yeah, then you run into concerns. But I think the
With
pillar
the
of
Thunder
it is Chris Dunn,
defense,
not Zoo, in my opinion.
Mars, with the Thunder defense, I can't see Chris Dunn playing a lot of minutes, bro.
But yeah, because they're gonna have Chet roaming off him.
I just cannot see him playing a lot of minutes, bro. So I think Ty Lue will muck it up. I think Ben Simmons will be really important, and he's probably either gonna go into a deep state of depression after this season, or he gonna get a contract because they gonna talk shit about him bad because they gonna put him on the spotlight, and he gonna have that moment again. And they just gonna talk shit about him bad if he can't produce. And if he does produce, you'll see Ben Simmons with another contract.
Jordan,
Maybe he revamp himself.
I feel you. Like you do got to make adjustments, and you got to have extra cards to play and stuff like that. Sometimes you gotta force the other team to adjust to you, and sometimes you don't got to be so quick to make an adjustment. You might lose game 1. You didn't make no adjustments. Cool. You might lose game 2. We down 0-2. You might come back and win games 3 and 4 at the crib,
or you might lose 3 and 4
because you stuck to your gut. That's true.
I agree. I agree with that sometimes, Ron. Like some things you have to like. If, for example, if you're playing a certain coverage, like for example, the Philadelphia 76ers when they played the Raptors in 2019, were playing the deepest drop with Joel Embiid, the deepest drop. Kawhi Leonard torched that coverage for 2 games, torched it.
Yeah.
So they had to adjust. Because that just wasn't a tenable strategy. Now, there's some strategies that you go into a series with, and you might lose the first couple games, but you can still see that this strategy, maybe if we just tweak a little thing, this is still effective. And I agree with you on that. But there's some things that's like this, we have
throw
to
that shit out.
Well, the things I'm talking about, the 2 things I'm talking about is Zubac and Chris Dunn. You niggas are playing. Like,
I agree.
Care.
You got to find a way.
Y'all just gonna have to max us out because Zubac is playing.
It's gonna be amazing to me too, though. Who I can't see not one of the Thunder defenders guarding Kawhi, bro. I'm just be honest with you. I just cannot see it.
I mean,
none of them will make him uncomfortable.
What? Well, I think the team defense will be the issue, though. Like
they played last week, and I think to close the game that last like 5 minutes, they did a good job on.
Yeah, they did a really Kaysen did a great job too.
It's fine, but see, look. The last 5 minutes, Mark, you said the last 5 minutes, they did a really good job. The problem with Kawhi is his ass might have 40 already before the last 5 minutes.
That's the last time he scored 40 points.
Kawhi,
maybe a couple years ago. You think he can at this point, like physically?
I think 40 is a figure, just a figure.
Yeah.
Well, do
you know how good he's been playing lately?
We talked about this yesterday.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I also think a lot of times too, like you gotta, Kawhi figures shit out very fucking fast. Like you show him one time, he coming back the next game. We've never seen Kawhi be ass in the playoffs. Every time you've seen Kawhi,
well, to be fair, we have.
Win.
We've seen him in parts be bad. Like he's been bad in games.
He's had bad games.
He had a bad quarter of a
game. Bad quarter, but for the most part,
never had a bad postseason.
No, for the most part, it's been spectacular. It's always spectacular. It's always times 2 his regular season.
He's never had a bad playoffs. He's had a bad game series. He's had a
bad
game.
Seen him have no bad
well,
series.
He's had like bad half.
Well, last year he was bad, but I don't know if that counts.
But he hurt himself. So
yeah,
But before, I don't know if I've seen Kawhi have a
but Mars, you've seen him up his play by a lot in the postseason every time. Yeah. So, bro, it would be if I was Ty Lue, and obviously Ty Lue's smarter coach than I am, but if I was Ty Lue, bro, I would try my hardest to get Shea in a lot of actions early. With guarding Kawhi or James Harden.
They're trapping. They did that last game.
It's easy, but it's okay. It's easy to break a trap. It's very hard for me to explain to you. It's easy to break a trap and still get that same mismatch. It's hard for me to explain.
Well, I think some of this though is like the timing of the trap, which is
exactly. And they gotta expect it. But if they could try to trap it and we pass out of it and get Shea on a scramble. You don't want Shea on a scramble because he's going to foul. So that's what I would be looking. I'm welcoming him. Trap. Get that bitch up quick and scramble. Because the one thing that will happen to it if Derrick Jones Jr. is out there, if Shea gets a scramble and he's closing out to Derrick Jones Jr., right? A respect factor will start to happen with Shea. It's either one or two things. He's not gonna respect Derrick Jones Jr. off the closeout, which is a mistake because guess what? He's gonna get him moving. He's athletic enough to draw a foul on him or score. So that's why I'm saying I would welcome that. I would welcome that trap, bro. I would welcome it, and I'm going after Shea probably every possession in the first.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. I mean, it's going to come. Yeah, it's going to be maximized. I'm going after him every opportunity.
And I'm not just going back. I'm not going after him because I think he's a bad defender. I'm going after him because I know it'll work him. It'll work him on offense. I mean, it'll slow him down on offense a little bit too. That's another thing.
If I can get that 3-point percentage down, Mars, to about 35, 34%.
I don't even think the three is going to be the reason why they lose.
James Harden to get Hartenstein in foul trouble as well. I need
James Harden to make shots. That would be wonderful. If he does that, I think the changes.
I need James Harden to send me some Hardens. That's what I need. I don't know.
those Hardens are nice.
James Harden drew a couple early fouls on Hartenstein. Then you have to go with Chet on Zoo. Not saying Chet's not a great defender, but
Zoo will punish him. Yeah, he's just not.
So like, that's the idea.
I don't know as a coach if I'm willing to take many possessions, trying to.
Well, I'm saying Zoo's gonna get those. He's gonna get those like throw-ins though. Like he's gonna have like a good 18, 19.
Maybe
Zoo gets the duckings against mismatches. Like Zoo will have like that will be cross match.
He's a big dude.
But man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Like 87% of the time. So
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like in a series like this where every possession matters, bro. It's certain things I'm willing to try, and some things I'm like.
I think you're too low on Zoo.
I'm not. I'm actually high on Zoo. I actually like Zubac. But what I'm saying is, I just know how the series can go in my head. God forbid, Zoo tries to try Chet. He back him down. Chet falls back a little bit. And Zoo try that bullshit ass hook shot. And Chet smack that shit to half court. And you get Chet fired up. Yeah, Zoo gonna have a rough damn series.
But Zoo's a really good. He's a really good hook player though.
Here's my check this out though, Jordan. Check this out. And I understand it's levels to scoring. I understand it's levels to players.
Right.
And it's levels to defenders too. James Harden finna be getting harassed by Casey Wallace all night. You're not gonna tell him to stop attacking. Kawhi Leonard finna be getting harassed by J-Dub, Lou Dort, and everybody else over there.
Okay, you don't stop attacking a guy like Chet just because he blocks your shot. That's not what I'm saying.
But hold on.
Straight at his chest.
It's fine. But that's not what that's also not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when we see Chet get fired up after he blocks some shit. The Thunder go on like a crazy stretch, and he keep doing it.
A block or two.
No, he liable to get 5, 6.
I think that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point.
To get 5 or 6, bro. And I'm saying Chet get fired up, and then he shoot shit down.
That's a fair point.
Zubac gets a dunk.
I mean that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
Low scoring games.
You can't just stop because they get fired up. You got to believe that. We that tough too.
I'm not saying that. You're right.
Hard up and do that. So okay, he could get some blocks. We still
rock
him up.
No, actually, you're right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying basically what I'm basically bringing to the table is you gotta, as a coach, I'm not willing to just. I don't know if we can afford Chet getting fired up. Cause then that shit, all this shit is ugly. Cause Chet get the fired up. Not only do he get fired up on defense and turn the Thunder up, but his ass start turning up on offense too. He start hitting jumpers.
I hope Chet gets a lot of touches in the playoffs. Honestly, that means less touches for J-Dub, less touches for Joe. And
if it's less touches for him, Chet cooking. Chet cooking.
I'm good with though. If Chet's cooking, I'm saying like that's cool. Like his shot profile is just way different. I don't want those 3-pointers from OKC though, Jordan. That's what I don't. Because once they start getting you biting on pump fakes and Joe sliding over, Wiggins is sliding over,
I wasn't too much worried about that. It's to me their defense. Their defense is what ignites their offense.
For sure. But I'm saying that their 3-point offense has been really good lately.
Picked up recently,
it's been really good lately.
Yeah, because early on in the season, I've been saying, everyone knows, the answer to my opinion to OKC was that the non-Shea offense was just questionable.
Yeah.
Since like the new year, and even more so since the All-Star break, like they're like the best offense in the league too. Like I don't know what you're meant to do. Like Lou Dort is he can shoot the 3. Like he's a legitimate shooter, regardless of people think he is one.
No,
making threes.
Forget what people think, Mars. Let's just talk about the facts. Let's talk about the numbers.
He can shoot, and if teams
he
still aren't
is
guarding
right.
him, then that's on them.
That's
Isaiah
ridiculous.
Joe, shooter.
Yes.
Aaron Wiggins can shoot the hell out of the ball.
Yes.
J-Dub, shooter.
Yes.
Chet. Yeah. But like Chet can shoot, and he provides his own.
How do you think Isaiah Joe will perform in the playoffs?
I mean, it depends on if they're seeking him out. Like if they're still running those DHOs with Hartenstein and stuff, that's where he's most comfortable. He's a movement shooter. If you're still getting him involved in that way, that's valuable. And then it comes down to how good is he going to be on defense. I think him and Aaron Wiggins, that's going to be their main calling card. Whoever's performing better defensively between those two, probably going to get the nods. I probably prefer Aaron Wiggins because he can do more in terms of creation and driving off closeouts and stuff. But he's also probably worse defensively than Isaiah Joe. So like you got to pick and choose. But like.
So Penn wasn't yapping when he said Isaiah Joe's a three position defender.
I mean, I think when you have OKC's defense behind you, I think Isaiah Joe can guard. I would say twos and threes. I would say twos and threes, but I could throw in some ones. Like I could do that. But when Isaiah Joe's like your second worst defender in your rotation, like you're doing something quite good. So yeah. OKC are just a different monster because since January 1st, so in 2025, they have the highest 3-point percentage in the league. Like they literally are shooting 41% from three, 40.6. Like that's the best mark in the NBA. They are shooting 40% on above the break threes. Like it's ridiculous how well they're shooting the basketball. They've destroyed zones. That used to be the counter. You can run zone, guys will go cold. They now destroy every zone they see. They knock down threes at a high clip. Their offense without Shea on the floor has been amazing. And I think a big part of that is because of Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet, that duo. When they're playing in the non-Shea minutes, like they're figuring a lot of things out. So like we're saying all these like potential counters. At the end of the day, like OKC are just clearly better than every other team in the West. They can lose, but they are just clearly better than every other team.
It's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be hard to beat them. It's just to concede and just say, well, we're going to lose, fuck it, that would be stupid. So I feel like we got to talk about how they can be beat. And
Jordan,
that's one of the ways I think they can be beat. But
I want to bring it back to Zubac, though. Because I think you are heavily underselling the
I
impact
think
that
you're
Zubac can
underselling
have on this series. Now, hold on right quick. But before you have a response to that, I do want to say this. Remember, it was a couple episodes ago, probably like last week or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the Thunder, 2015. How would they start the game? With
what?
With your big brother.
Big Perk?
Yeah. They
oh my God.
I'm
you talking about the mandatory Kendrick Perkins post touch?
It would be a mandatory Zubac
and
Ron. 3 possessions of the game.
That's exactly what I'm saying. We can't afford that.
Yes, Jordan, remember the Clippers did that last year. Remember against Dallas, like the first game, they went to Zoo religiously. He dominated the first game, and that forced Dallas to have to adjust because they weren't guarding Zoo with the big. And
it ain't gonna force the Thunder to adjust though. It's gonna force the Clippers to get that shit. 3 straight blocks, Chet beating on the chest and shit, and now the Thunder on 12-0.
I don't know why you think.
And Ron, I'm gonna call your ass.
Zubac ain't tripping off a Chet,
bro. I just know, bro. I've been seeing Chet play since high school, bro. One thing that get his ass up is how he play on the defensive end, bro. When he start playing like that on the defensive end, bro, you damn near cooked, bro.
Well, here's the thing, though, Jordan. You keep saying, like, Ty Lue's a hell of a coach and he got to make adjustments and you can't just go into
I know Ty Lue ain't going to go do that.
Here's my thing. If Zubac don't play up to standard, y'all might as well just stay in L.A. But
I disagree with that, though.
Here's also the thing, too, though. I need Zubac to understand and believe and think that you are the best big in this series. You run the paint, Zubac. We go as you go.
Potter, I mean, yeah, Potter. I heard y'all talking about that yesterday.
I need Zubac to be poking. He's probably not going to be poking him, but I need Zubac to be getting the best of iHeart and getting the best of Chet and getting the best of both of them at the same time.
See, but
I think we can do it. Like that's what.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I think he can do it too. But my thing is, to what extent is it going to cost us? I don't think he can do it efficiently within enough possessions and in enough time. Yes, efficiently with enough possessions and enough time, because y'all acting like he gonna go 5 for 5.
Well, no,
He
we
might
ain't,
go
we
5
ain't,
for
we
10,
ain't saying,
5 for 12.
we ain't saying he
He got
Patrick
4
you and we
12.
go into him
Shit.
religiously. We ain't saying that. Like,
Ron said the first 3 possessions. That's a chance to go
I
0 for
disagree
3.
with Ron. I disagree with
That's a chance to go 0 for 3.
Hey, Zoo, let's get to it. Welcome to the zoo.
0 for 3. Now you down
Welcome to the zoo.
9-0.
Let's get to it. I mean, because here's the thing, like, you know, James is gonna do what James does. Kawhi's gonna do
First
what he
play, I'll
does.
probably
Whoever's
try to
gonna
get
do what
Zoo an
he's doing.
easy one. Though. That would be my
Bullshit. You know what I'll be trying to do to get the easiest one, the first play? Kawhi setting the tone early.
Nah,
Slow is fast. I'm
Kawhi's
doing
gonna
this
get
slow
to
is
it.
fast. Slow is
gonna get
fast.
to
We
it.
starting
You
from
don't-
the we start from the
You don't gotta
top.
worry about establishing Kawhi.
Yeah, you do.
Kawhi. You don't gotta worry about establishing
No,
James Harden.
but
You just
disagree.
say the
But this
playoff
is-
riser. You just say
No, but this is
play
this is what
bad playoff
disagree.
series.
This is why I
Kawhi
disagree
gonna
with
do
you
what
at.
he do.
But this is why I disagree with you at on the whole getting Kawhi early. Kawhi, whether you want to believe it or not, Kawhi is a rhythm player, bro. You have to get him involved early. It's like if you get Kawhi going early, that's when he figure you out. That's when he can. I want the ball in his hand, playmaking early, whether it's shooting, driving, or passing it. So I think you got to start off with Kawhi early. I think you do that, then I don't think we need to waste time with. I'm not saying waste time because I'm not. And people talking about that. I don't know Zoo. I think y'all are mistakenly, bro. I've been around Zoo and seeing Zoo for the longest, bro. Like when Zoo first got to the Clippers, I was there, bro. I seen his growth. Like
Yeah, he wasn't that good when he first.
no, he wasn't. But I seen him bust his ass and work, bro. So I'm all for Zoo. I like Zubac, bro. I'm just saying. I just know this is a chess match, and there's certain things you just got to be careful.
Yeah, but I think
bro.
you're overselling what this is. Like Zoo's
How can
averaging
I oversell
19.
the best defense in the NBA? They sell.
He's averaging 19 and 12 on like 65% from the field because he's a primary he's simple, just hooks, finishers. Like
because James probably creates 75% of his shots.
So he's going to get 15, 17 a game just off that alone. So he doesn't need to have like a insidious shot profile. But he's a pretty good.
He's not getting that himself though.
Let's look at this.
James probably generate 75% of his shots, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, those
Zubac's a good post-up player. He's an efficient post-up player this year.
Zoo in the pocket where he's getting to the floater.
Yeah, Zoo's getting the 4th most post touches for like ISO post touches in the league this year, and he's pretty efficient.
That's a flawed stat, Swiper. I'll just say it's a flaw. You probably right, but it's a flawed stat, by the way.
Oh, okay.
1.04 points per possession.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's not terrible. It's good.
I mean, yeah, considering all post touches come into half court, you're generating 104 offensive rating. That's good. Now the volume isn't amazing because it never is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But like, it doesn't. I mean, that doesn't factor in possessions where Zoo draws a double and kicks out. Like, this is only scoring possession, so there are certain things that aren't factored in. But like, Zoo's gonna get. He's gonna get the garbage buckets, like the putbacks and stuff.
I agree with that. I agree.
He's gonna get the stuff where you put two on the ball with James Harden in the pick and roll, Zoo's in the pocket, floaters and stuff. He's gonna get that stuff. He's gonna get the mismatches.
He might lose his touch like Şengün though.
No way. If that happens, then and then you're gonna get the mismatch stuff where OKC just are in a position where they have a Case and Wallace on a Zoo, and James Harden's gonna recognize that he's gonna get Zoo the ball. Zoo's gonna score on that or draw a foul, whatever. Those stuff are gonna be valuable. Now, during the flow of the game, how many times are we going to Zoo when he has Hartenstein on him or Chet on him? That's probably not like a go-to like religiously, but it's an option to have. It's an option. Especially if like Hartenstein has 2 fouls. Maybe we do give the ball to Zoo, see what he can do, draw a foul, be physically imposing, see if Hartenstein has to shy away from contact because he doesn't want to pick up his 3rd foul. So those things are just like when you talk about chess match, those things are chess matches where if Hartenstein does have 2 quick fouls, do you then go to Zoo because you know Hartenstein can't afford to pick up a 3rd one? Like those things are like you have.
Hey,
that
Mars and Swiper and Ron too. I want y'all to kind of like, because I think this is the biggest adjustment, like even coaching, right? I think the biggest lesson I learned as a coach is what you would like to see happen and what actually would happen in the game is the hardest shit to like figure out at the moment. Because in the game, you got this shit in your head like, yeah, he should be able to go at him. And then after the game, you start thinking, damn, probably not a good idea. It wasn't a good idea. But in the game, that's how you think. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize. Like, I've done this myself. I've seen coaches do this where they think this is how it's supposed to go. And it's like, bro, go with the simple answer. And if the answer is don't try it, don't try it. Like, don't try. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not
You're saying
saying
Zoo's
Zoo.
not worth the risk. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's not worth it because now if you got cushion, try it. But if there's no cushion, don't think about it, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna lose, and you're gonna regret that you even did. And you know what's crazy is too, you're gonna try to justify it as much as you possibly can on why you did what you did and why it makes sense. But deep down, you're gonna realize like that's not a good idea, bro. Like it's just not. And that's the hardest part about coaching. And I think Ty Lue's smart
enough. Do you
enough
think
to do it.
similarly it's debunked to give Aaron Gordon post touches, like intentionally?
You ask that question again.
Do you feel like is it an inherent flaw, like to give Aaron Gordon post touches, like in the series, to like establish like interior
Against who?
presence?
Though? It just depends on who I'm playing.
Anybody. He did it versus the Lakers, the Wolves.
But if he does it against the Lakers, if LeBron's guarding him, then I think it's flawed. But if Austin Reeves guarding, give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of this is so much cross matching, right? Like Zoo's gonna have mismatches on Chet and down. I think anybody other than iHeart just
that ain't a mismatch. Zoo on Chet is not a mismatch.
I think Chet struggles with size. I've seen him do it. So like I think Zoo's a big play. He's a big dude.
Size with Jokic.
No, he struggled with somebody
I
said
actually
it
think
already.
he's done okay on Jokic this year.
Yeah,
Well, he did in the early season, not this last one. He was getting
Yeah,
bodied. But Porter even bodied him. Like, you know, like he's just not like the most like stout dude.
Porter might do it once or two times a game though, Swipe. But like, give him.
I know, but Porter's
shit.
he has to
6
drive
times.
to
He blocking that
offset.
shit 5 times out of 6.
Well, no, he didn't. He did not. But I'm saying he has to drive to offset the shooting. So I'm saying some of this is just like Zoo. I think physicality is a mismatch for Chet as a one-on-one. But also Zoo's not dumb. Like Zoo walls you off with his body, like with his shoulders on those hooks. So like he can't get to all those. But even this, like I still think it's such a small segment of like what their offense is going to be. Like James Harden probably leads them in shot attempts in that series, and then Kawhi.
Nah, I think Kawhi does.
Maybe. I mean,
I want Kawhi too.
But even after that, Norman Powell's going to have the third most shots on that team. DJJ might be, well, probably Zoo after that, like who's fourth. So I don't think it's like too big of a deal. I'm curious about DJJ.
Hey, look at hey, you know DJJ against the Thunder last year had a hell of a series, bro.
Yeah.
So look for that to like. That's why I'm saying if we get Chet and not Chet, Shea in rotation, and he got to close out. I mean, play out of closeouts. DJJ know what to do with that, bro. So
he's gonna be pivotal in not like on the offensive end, attacking closeouts, moving without the ball, getting out in transition, but like more so for me defensively.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. I agree with that.
Being somewhat of a roamer / on-ball defender, using his length and athleticism, blocking shots. Like he's going to be crucial for this for the Clippers to do anything in the playoffs. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that, but it all relies on. I think the biggest piece for the Clippers relies on what James Harden does. What James Harden does is the most important part because he might give you point guard James, or he might give you Houston Rockets James. I don't know if I want to see point guard James in this series.
Hopefully we get a good series with them, man. But Kawhi Leonard, I've seen him drop and not do nothing in 4 quarters in Game 6 and Game 7 before. So hopefully we don't get that again. He's able to finish the job this time.
I guess, Swiper. I guess.
All right, y'all. I'm running the poll right now. I'm asking you guys who's the most important player for the Clippers in the playoffs? Zubac, Kawhi, James Harden, or Ben Simmons?
I'm probably going Harden, dog. I think he has to, man. Like that playmaking, he can have the ball so much, bro.
That was a long ass questionnaire, Ryan.
Like those 3-pointers, those 3-pointers and his floaters. Remember, like last year, those runners and floaters he was taking in the playoffs, bro. Like he was destroying them. If Paul George shows up in that series, they might have won that series. But he was nowhere to be seen.
Issue is James Harden just like it's funny. It's like Luka's 10 years younger than James Harden and is having the same problems in terms of scoring inside the 3-point line, and that's very concerning. But yeah, James Harden just has no lift anymore, like at all. So like everything inside the 3-point line is either a floater or he's stopping at the elbow and taking that like pull up midi. Not really.
He get a layup sometime. I don't know how you get.
Yeah,
that
if he has a wide open lane, he'll finish at the rim, and then sometimes like he'll get one up quick. And it's like,
yeah, I have no idea how you get that shit up like that, but
like it's bad for James Harden. It's bad for James Harden, like inside the 3-point line these days, and that's the only reason he's not like more efficient. He's still one of the best isolation players, but it's like the 2-point scoring has just forsaken him. And
what's up, Chill? Welcome back, brother.
Chill Town, what up?
You ain't miss anything. We was just hating on the Clippers.
My fault,
No, we
fella.
weren't.
All right, y'all. We do got super chat, so let's go ahead and see what the people are talking about. Pimp named Slickback said, since we talked about mental health, we also need to talk about how young black men are sexualized at a young age. Ant needs therapy. I myself was molested by older women, and it's not talked about.
Very true.
God damn. Prayers to you, brother.
Yeah, take care of your mental health, y'all. If you need to take a mental health day, do that. If you need to go see somebody or if you need to talk to somebody, prioritize yourself.
BetterHelp, BetterHelp. Use code LOCKEDONNBA for I think $20 off for your first appointment if you want. So
W Swiper. And let me tell you something too. This is my advice
That's
for that.
crazy, bro.
Crazy.
well, I'm saying it's off topic, bro.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
Ron, you're supposed to send him. You're supposed to send him right in the middle of that.
But it was for mental health. It was for mental health. But
Yeah,
also,
Damn
we
that
do it all
mental
the
health.
time.
Right in the middle of that, Ron. You said mental shit.
my advice for today. So Ron, put me on a big screen because they might want to clip this up. I need to start adding this to my story. My advice for y'all today.
You want me to put you on the big screen?
Ron just not putting him on the big screen.
Yeah, no one. You got to say, Ron. You got to say it with some,
Ron,
put me on the damn screen. God damn.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Say it like you
My
mean it.
advice for today for everybody having a bad day out there. Listen, as a man, everything is your damn fault. As soon as you admit to yourself that it's my fault, I don't give a damn what happened to who did what. It's my fault. Once you admit that, you take care of all your problems. Nobody got power over you if it's your fault. That's all I'm saying. Take me off the big screen, Ron. It's your fault. You a man, man up.
Slick back. I don't subscribe to that. What happened?
I
to
don't
you?
subscribe to that at all
neither.
in any
Okay.
way, shape.
What happened?
Jordan,
What happened to you? What happened to you? Slick back?
Jordan,
First of all,
Jordan,
that's nasty because I wasn't talking about that. That's nasty, Mars.
Okay,
That's crazy
Jordan,
work.
there's a
Terrible
difference
timing,
between
Jordan. Terrible timing.
I wasn't talking about that. I said advice for the day,
Hey.
not advice for what that.
Hey,
what
the
that
red-
was.
Jordan,
That's
nasty
not what I was
today.
saying.
Jordan. There's
Hey,
a
the
difference
red
between
MAGA hats, both of them are nasty today. But
No, that's
see,
not what
shit.
I said. That's not what I said. I
Hey,
wasn't talking
hey,
about
chill.
today. I'm talking
Chill.
about today.
Will Smith said
Mom,
years
that's
ago
nasty.
before he crashed out, said it may not have been your fault, but it is your responsibility. So I think we
Well,
all do have
That's a fact. That's a
responsibility, for sure.
fact.
now,
That's a fact.
and,
That's a
and,
fact.
and since you brought that up, Swiper, there's a difference, Jordan, between accountability and fault. Okay, not everything is my fault. No, but I do have to accept my role in whatever it was.
But
Those
chill,
two
let me
things are
ask you a
not the same.
question. But chill, let me ask you a question. As an individual, why would you give a person to have power over you to make something in your life be their fault?
Well, not
Huh?
everything.
If you can't change that person, I can change myself.
You 100% can do that.
I'm
but
confused, Jordan.
no,
Why are you confused?
no, what Jordan is trying to say, what Jordan is trying to sell you is that everything that comes into your life, you are in control of it. When in reality,
Right.
look, that's what Jordan. You're in control of everything that
I
comes
get
into
what
your
he's
life.
saying. It's just life does
But-
life sometimes.
Right, and life happens,
But it's
Jordan.
my fault.
Unfortunately, no, Jordan. Not
Why
everything.
would you give?
No,
Once you give anybody
Jordan-
power
Jordan's
over your
speaking
life,
from a mindset perspective, that even if like
Right.
technically it's not your fault,
Right.
but if you take ownership of it, it's like you control the situation. So it gives you
Yes,
that sense of
exactly.
control.
Because if you keep in your mind, because everything is all mental, right? Mostly things is mental, like it's up here. So if you keep letting other people say, "Hey, this is your fault," I mean, that's his fault. That's his fault. That's his fault. You giving that person and that thing power over you. So if I say it's my fault, I know how to go what I need to do. And I'm just saying this because I've been in situations to where you get frustrated, bro. Like you get so frustrated by saying, man, this person did this person did that. You start holding grudges and you don't like take control of yourself. And that's why I'm saying that. And the best way for you to get out that situation is for you to just say, it's my fault.
Yeah.
If I can rationalize that, okay, it's my fault. All right, bet. I'm gonna do this better. I'm gonna do that better. I'm gonna react to this better. I'm gonna move forward. I'm telling you, your life would be so much better because nobody
I
else.
feel like what you're saying is taking ownership for things that have happened, and like
Whether you want to take ownership or not, I mean,
Yes.
fault is like a different
taking
word.
the power. I'm taking
That's
the
what
power,
I'm
Taking the power
away
back.
from.
If something was taken from you, taking it back. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jordan, like they're saying, certain things happen to you and you just don't have no control over it. Like I just don't have no control over the fact that
You about to make a joke?
over the fact that now he's oxtail soup. Like that's all you. You know, like he can't control that.
That's
So,
a fact.
like,
That's
you
a
know,
fact. It better be his fault. It better be his fault. Because if it's not, I got control over Ox. I'm Debo. Debo. When I leave, he be talking. But when I'm on, he shut the up. That's all I'm saying. Hey, he better be tucking his chain. That's all I'm letting you know. It.
All right,
I
y'all.
got control over Ox this weekend.
I can't wait for Kenny to come up here to chime back in because Kenny is going to do what Morris had initially did, but he's going to do the job correctly. He's going to let us know who's going to make it out of the Elite Eight into the Final Four and ultimately win the championship. So we'll wait for Kenny to get back in and we'll have some PCL talk.
I
But
told
in
you
the
last time
meantime-
you did that bullshit, Ron. Stop letting people that ain't participating have a say so. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
up with that, Ox? Why you coming at me
Because
like
it was
that?
you,
Yeah.
it was you,
Yeah,
it was you, and it
what's
was
up
you
with
and
that?
J Dot. It was you and J Dot the
K-Dot.
other week.
K-Dot.
Huh?
Ox
Oh,
K-Dot.
it was my bad. It was you and K Dot the other week up here just talking shit. And then I said, how come y'all ain't in it? Oh, well, I got stuff to do. You don't got too much stuff to do to watch every. You was there enough to watch every second of it, but you can get on screen. All right.
Yeah, there's a
God.
difference. There's a difference
You
between
want-
having
you-
you in my
yeah,
pocket
y'all-
with my headphones in and actively on the screen debating. There's differences with that. Ox. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I'll see you next season.
Hey, Kenny,
I did.
I do want to ask you a question.
What's good?
Is there anybody in the PCL that you don't think you can beat?
Currently,
Yeah.
You better say my name, Kenny.
no. I think
Freeze, no.
no. I think who's
Three.
left.
What'd he say?
I think who's left. I think they shown their chops. I think they shown what the judges are looking for. I think I'm confident that I can stand my own with pretty much everyone. The only person I can't. I can admit I can't beat Mars.
Bro,
I-
what's up
I
with
can't
this
be Mars.
Mars stuff,
I
bro?
can't-
Y'all gotta stop doing. First of all, Mars got the first two weakest dubs in PCL history.
Nah, see, Jordan.
That's
Actually,
Here's the
the
thing,
real answer is I can't beat Hoop Talk Podcast. Both of them.
Everyone.
Oh my
Everyone looks like a bad shooter when they compare to Steph Curry. I don't know what to tell you. Like
Bullshit.
Cowboy Bob and Matthew Elliott went against anyone else, everyone would have been like, "Damn, they were good."
Mars,
When
Mars,
they go up against me, all of a sudden they were bums.
Mars. You was like Debo against Matthew Elliott.
I
You
made
made him
people look
fade
like
the
that.
black.
I make people look worse than they really are. You can't judge teams by their performance against the 2017 Warriors.
Whatever. Mars.
That's not fair.
You literally made Matthew Elliott fade the black. I was like 29 years old when I realized what Debo was talking about when I seen that video. I just could not believe he started off with the sunlight and he went sundown. I could not believe that.
That's the impact.
No, that was crazy. Nah, but Mars, everybody knows Mars knows ball. Mars knows a lot of ball.
See, that's the thing. It's not about. It's not about.
I've been reading more comments.
Hey, TikTok despises me. I'll say that.
Damn the comments, whatever y'all want to say.
Oh yeah, we're about to do the championship
and-
live on TikTok, and the fans gonna.
Bro, send me my damn topics. I know you said
no matter what.
I know you
Jordan,
said
I just
won.
won. I just finished the questionnaire 5 minutes ago, bro.
Oh, he been the hold up. You see how he do it? Deduct judges.
Yeah, I will say I don't have my topics either. So we gonna do this.
Yo,
one
I've
very
been
late.
I've been busy, bro.
We gonna do this
I'm
one
running off.
Be
5
busy
hours
on Sunday.
last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Be busy on
Now
Sunday.
you
Just be
understand
busy on Sunday.
Oh, I'm gonna be busy on Sunday. You better believe that. You better
Hey, just
believe
be
that.
busy. Hey, it's okay. My team ain't in no tournament too, so I'm gonna be ready. That's why I was okay.
Jordan, that shit that you did with them ain't gonna work with me. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
I didn't do nothing with him.
That shit you did. That don't
Am
work
I
with
the
me, bro.
underdog
I'm
in
not.
this one again? I'll take it.
I'm not swayed or flustered or none of that. But this is simple basketball talk, bro. Like this. That's why I'm happy it's me and you because we could really just talk ball. We could just talk hoop. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to worry about none of the extras. We just gonna talk ball, and
Who
that's
does
just.
extras?
Ron, I'm not gonna do the petty messy shit. I'm talking to Jordan. Jordan is my matchup, and that's it. I'm only talking to Jordan. This is a beautiful matchup. I look forward to it. Jordan is a ball knower, and he talks ball in a way I respect. Just not quite on my level. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be a good matchup. That is gonna be a good matchup.
So who you got winning, Kenny? I want to know who you got winning.
Hold up, right quick before we get into that. Let's start at the top.
Yeah,
You have
Look at the Hoop Talk podcast, man. That's inspirational.
Mars, you was one round away from Dion being your co-host.
He still should be. But
Just said.
all right, let's make it happen. Mars versus John D.
Funny enough, I have a theory about this. I feel like they're just going to troll the entire time because they either one of them wins and they understand that. So they're going to troll the entire time, and then hopefully see who's going to come out on top. But if it's like actual debate style, I actually think I got John winning.
Johnny D.
Man, hell no. John D not gonna win. John D be agreeing with Mars too damn much. I seen John D yesterday. Hey, I'm like, yo, John D, quit doing that shit, man.
Yo, Jordan, after every round, after Mars getting done, John D gonna be like, actually, I agree with Mars. I think that's the end of my time. I was gonna say exactly what Mars said. I was thinking that.
I almost pulled my car over and parked and said, Mars, take his ass off the payroll. Because ain't no way in hell everything you think he think. Like what? Hell no.
He's just a step ahead.
No.
I mean, either way, the podcast wins. Me and John D.
Man. I want to see y'all.
We have a gentleman's agreement. If either one of us win, we split the prize money.
What?
That's crazy.
What my grandmother told me, Jordan. My grandmother told me if we agree on everything, one of us shouldn't be here.
That's a fact.
You trying to get John D off my podcast, man? Hell
One of us
no,
shouldn't
that's
be
not
here.
good.
Nah, I think he's trying to get you off, Mars.
Oh hell no, I'm box office. But,
It needs to be John Dion from Ohio in your podcast. But
Look at it. Look at it. Hey, real quick. Look at this dude in the chat. I'm so necessary in your life. I love it.
Oh
man.
my god.
I'm so necessary. I'm so necessary. He know he is.
You talking about Mars and 5?
I'm so necessary in your life. You need me.
Oh, you talking about Mike?
You wish you didn't need me, but you
Mike,
do.
I agree. Ain't no way in hell
Every-
John D thinking that.
Every day I come up here, yo, you so need me in your life. I am necessary to you. I might be more necessary to you than food, B. That's how much you need me in your life.
More than food is tough.
That's how necessary I am in your life. Because by the way, we on the main stage tonight. He'll be back tonight doing the same thing that he's doing today.
Hey,
I'm so
chill.
necessary to
It was
you.
a dude. Chill. There was a dude in
I'm
prison
so necessary.
who said,
I gotta clap
who
my
said
hands.
one day. Chill. There was a dude in prison who said something was more important than water. Was that what you said?
That's what's going on with this dude. That's what's going on with this dude.
It was a man in prison by the name Fleece Johnson that said something was more important than water.
That's what's going on with this dude. He can't help himself.
Is that what's going on?
Jordan, he can't help himself. He can't. He be trying. He can't.
Mars,
help
you know who
himself.
it is?
I'm like crack.
Don't engage, Mars. Don't engage, Mars.
You ever seen the movie New Jack? You ever seen the movie New Jack City when Pookie like, yo, this crack shit just be calling me. I gotta go to it. That's what I am to him. That's what I am to him. He can't kick.
Hey, well,
I don't know, bro.
I've come across some things that are more important than water too.
Fleece said that joint was more important than water.
I'm mad at
I like
pissed
it.
off at Fleece.
And I
water
won't.
is not the most essential thing on this planet. I know that. But
Oh,
both
man.
we got to get back to it though. We got Jordan
do
versus
it.
Big Ox.
Yep.
Who's more essential to the PCL?
I'm more essential to PC. I'm taking over Ox spot. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Jordan,
It
you
is
can't
what it
fit these PTs. You got little feet. You wear a size 11.
I ain't gonna tell people my shoe size. Come on, dog. What the hell?
Dang, Dwayne, I got bigger feet.
Jordan
Oh,
really
man.
wear a 10 and a half for real.
No, I don't, bro. I really wear 11 and a half, but it is what it is. You know.
Ox, you ain't go to the feet, Ox. You did not go there, Ox. You didn't do that.
Man, I don't even got no comeback for that. I ain't got no
Jordan, your feet too
comeback.
little to beat me.
God
Jordan, your
damn,
feet
bro.
too small to beat me.
It is crazy. They be asking, they be like, damn, how
You
you
know, he get his shoes 25% off because he can't.
Oh, man.
That's on my wife be section. Stop. In the same section with my sons.
Oh, man. Somebody said, bro, leak the feet. Come on, dog. Nah, that's crazy work.
Who you got though, Kenny? We got Jordan and we got Big Ox. Tell us the truth.
I got Ox, man.
Kenny, I'm on your ass.
Ox got the track record. I've been pulling for Jordan pretty much this whole PCL. After he beat Carson, I was like, oh yeah, this is. I was like,
I do want to say that was a legitimate win too. People be
That
talking
was-
about
that
that was a
was-
legitimate win.
Yeah, you got that.
Jordan, you had a crazy run. Like, I'm not saying crazy like you, like I wasn't expecting it because I was pulling for you on all of these. All I'm saying is like your strength of schedule has really been.
I was
Really
about to
tough.
ask that.
Really tough.
Because
my strength
Mars is
schedule
the
not valid. Okay.
Mars is the PCL aficionado. Is Jordan a mid-major that ended up cracking the Sweet 16 and now like he could legit get to the Final Four? Is that
I mean,
what
I
it is?
think I may have just been, I may have just been wrong about my analysis pre-tournament. Like, that's all it was. Jordan different.
If you're a mid-major, you Gonzaga, Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
Jordan just different when it's a formatted debate. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah,
Jordan
but
in the major
putting
conference.
words in my mouth.
He in a Power 5 conference. He just didn't have the best season.
Yeah,
He didn't
I
have
think
the
it's
best-
Nah, I'm different when Swiper don't put words in my mouth in the debate. I told y'all that. I told y'all that Swiper is king for saying some shit you did not say, and he will argue with you like you said it. I'm like, you said that.
Jordan, talk about 100%. You said that, Jordan.
100%. 100%. Are you saying?
I mean,
I'm
today
like,
you
no,
said
I'm
that
not saying
Zoo is probably going to get played off the court. I did not say that, so we argued
I
about
did
that.
say that. I did say
You
that.
did
I
say
mean,
that.
we gonna
Did
see.
say that?
I also said a couple weeks ago, chill. I don't want to hear shit when the Lakers start playing bad.
You did say
Hey,
that. Yes, you did.
and I guess what?
Yes, you did say that. I
I
can't
guess
argue
what?
that.
Victory lap on him, Jordan.
Yeah, you was right.
Hey, bro. Hey, man. I said what I
Jordan,
said.
Jordan, they thought you came on today with that hats, and they thought it was going to be a Puma logo on it. But these takes are not sponsored by Puma.
That's
Supreme
crazy.
Takes. Let them know.
See,
This is
that's crazy.
Supreme
Bro.
Takes.
That's crazy, bro. I didn't know we was doing that. I ain't a part of
I'm
that.
showing you love. I'm saying this is Supreme Takes.
I ain't even a part of that. I'm
Ron, you trying
to
to turn Jordan's biggest fangirl against him. No,
see, look what y'all
Hey.
did. Look what y'all did, bro.
All right,
See,
now-
that was petty. I'm better than that.
Now I
My
shouldn't have
bad,
said
my
it.
bad.
Now
No,
I
you're not,
shouldn't
Ox. And it's okay. It's okay that you're not, Ox. No, you're not. You're not better than that. And it's cool that you're not.
That's so crazy.
I'm
bro.
not.
You're
I'm
not. And it's
not.
cool that you're not.
That's so
Sometimes you gotta
crazy,
be
bro.
petty. It's all right.
Thanks, Q.
Ox fake make it to the Final Four because Kenny
Sometimes you
said
gotta
he
take it
go advance and he start doing stuff like this.
Mhm.
But Multi, who you rocking with? We got Logan and Chill.
Logan versus Chill.
I got my hands.
I got Chill. I got
You
Chill. I got Chill.
Chill.
just got
Why you
my-
think you got your hands full?
I got my Jordan. Nerds
He
are
got his
different,
hands
brother.
full.
Nerds are different.
I put him in my
in
slush
fact-
at Sonic.
In fact, I know how you feel about nerds. Nerds trip you up. Nerds get your blood pressure up.
They
Here we
don't
go with this
trip me
nerd
up.
shit. Here we go with this
Yeah,
nerd shit.
You gotta call
Yo,
it out.
nerds-
You gotta
No.
call it out because if you don't,
Nerds
people
are
will think
different,
they just cooking. You gotta call it out.
Nerds are different, man. Nerds come with something different.
I will say this. Though, Chill. I gotta apologize to Mars. I no longer think he a nerd no more when it comes down to basketball.
Mars is 100% a nerd, but that's okay. Ain't nothing
No.
wrong with nerd. Yes, he is.
He does it a little bit. Swiper's more of a nerd than Mars in basketball. But
That's facts. That's facts.
and that's a straight ass Swiper, by the way. So Swiper, take it as a straight. But
I don't think being educated is straight personally.
that's cool. I don't say nothing. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm
of course
just
you
saying basketball. Mars then got out the nerd category for me. He out of it a little bit. So.
You got the bum category for me. So like,
Oh, okay. See this bullshit? You see this bullshit?
Hey, I thought we were
Going
both
back
giving
to-
each other props.
No, that ain't no. That shit went crazy.
I like to think that's a. Y'all actually think you suck. I think you awesome. Like, what's the problem?
He didn't say that. See, look, you see where he
say
going?
Awesome. I say awesome, but hey, you used to be a bum in my eyes. You know a bum in one.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Shout out Jordan.
So I can come back. I can come on either Mars Talk Sports or the Hoop Talk podcast.
If me and you meet in the semifinals, so if I win and you win, I'll consider having you on the podcast.
All right, bet.
Ooh.
That's heat, though.
That's
Whoa.
That's a bet.
Let's make it official. If he beats you, Mars, book him a spot.
Or if he
I don't know if I want a spot, but I'd be a guest.
if he beats
That's what I'm talking about, Jordan.
If he
As a
beats
guest,
me,
book him a
he's
spot.
eternally banished from ever being in my chat. But if we're both in the semifinals against each other, then yeah, we can sit down and he can pull up. Maybe we'll see.
All right. Multi Kenny, we got one more. We got Real Talking Hayes, and this one's actually kind of interesting.
That is interesting. Oh, that crash?
No, we waiting on you.
We just we waiting for you to say something.
We patiently
No,
waiting.
no,
Let's in the chat.
cut out.
Look, people stop typing in the chat. That's how
Yeah,
serious this is.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. So, who's it?
Real talk and Hayes.
Real talk is damn good.
Hey, that was this. I think this is gonna be a good one in a different way. I like the energy that both bring. I think I'm gonna take real talk with this one. I think I'm gonna take real talk with this one.
Ooh. Mars, who you think gonna win that? Hayes or Real Talk?
I think a lot of these debates are dependent on topics. Like,
Yeah,
it's not-
100%.
It's not easy for me to just say I think this guy will win.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's
I
all
need
about
to-
topics.
Yeah, I need to know what the topics are and like, but Real Talk and Hayes, I would favor Real Talk because I don't think Real Talk is gonna fall for Hayes's. Let me start yelling at you. and
Yeah.
get your square. I don't think Real Talk gonna fall for that. And if he does, I think Real Talk can match it, which is why he's kind of cool. But yeah, I'll probably go with Real Talk. But
What do you feel like is the methodology of PC? Cause I don't think I'm a PCL debater. I feel like I'm not a good PCL debater.
You're
What do you
not.
feel like
You gotta know ball.
the actual? Well, no, I don't think that's actually it either. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, if there's
I
a
mean,
method.
me personally
My
speaking,
bad, my bad, chill. I thought I was better than this.
You're not,
I think-
Ox. It's okay that you're not. Yo, listen, I'll keep going, Miles.
yeah.
I want you to, but Ox, as my man, like live in that. Don't be afraid of it. Be it.
Speak your
Be-
truth, Ox.
Be you, nigga.
Yeah, live in that. But as you were saying, Miles, I'm sorry if I cut you
Yeah,
off.
go
As you
ahead,
were saying,
Miles.
I think, and I don't know, but I think the strategy and what makes someone good in the PCL is I think most people prepare and have like what they're gonna say written out or like they prepared in some capacity, which is not a bad thing. I think the being able to rebut what your opponent says is the biggest part of the PCL. You can come with your talking points, whatever your debate topic is, do your research, that's fine. But I think what makes you better in the PCL is if your opponent can say something and on the fly you can think of a rebuttal to that, as opposed to staying on your script and just getting the points you want to say off. I think you win by refuting your opponent's viewpoints. And
But that's
most
the
of
thing,
your,
though. But even
most
if
of the
it's
things your opponent says aren't going to be things you've prepared for. So you have to be able to
Right.
prepare for them on the fly.
Yeah. I don't
but
think
even
think
in
Swiper is a bad PCL debater. I think
Neither do I. Neither do I.
He
I
just
just think
lost.
I think he
Yeah,
just
I
lost.
think he
don't
just
he's
lost.
bad.
think he's
But
lost.
I also think Swiper lost because, like I said, I told you this a long time ago. You make too many empty arguments to where they're easily like can be debunked. Rather than if you elaborate and compare it, I think you would be hard to beat. But you will say something like, such and such is one of the best drivers in the NBA. And it's
100%.
yeah, and it's like compared to who? And then when I say compared to who, you don't have a rebuttal.
well,
And
we've
it's
already
like-
had that conversation. We had a rebuttal
I
about
mean,
that.
I think Swiper
No, but
lost
I think
because
that's
he
part
just
of it.
yapped for the whole second round.
That's what I'm saying. He just be yapping
which-
rather than just
which
staying
was
on
the-
topic.
Influential championship thing.
No, but I asked.
lost
To be
it.
fair, I did ask Ron leading into that. What does impact mean? And he said whatever that means to you. So I had
Yeah,
Jordan
that's
91
Ron's
first.
answer for everything.
I had Jordan's 91 originally, then it switched to 2011. So it was like, what does that mean? Like, what does impact mean? Type thing.
I also
but
think a
that's
secret
fine.
skill too is
Right.
allowing people to talk so they can say something bad. People want to talk so
Yeah.
much.
If you let people
and-
talk themselves,
Allowing the
into a
yapper,
bad
the yap.
place-
You're right.
Yes, bro. Allow them to talk.
That's what I did. That's what I did, Ron.
People want to
Put 'em in the
overtalk
corner.
people and do all of that yelling and stuff. It's like let them talk so they can say something flawed.
I feel like
I
if
think
you
it's why John
that's-
D beat Dion, because the more I listen to Dion, since I can't hear John D, I'm listening to what Dion's saying. I'm like, this dude's stupid, and I'm just listening to him talk. I'm like,
Hey, John D gonna come for you in the
gotta say
comments. I
something.
ain't gonna lie now.
Yeah,
It's like, this sounds
I mean, Dion gonna be in the comments.
Shout out,
But-
shout out DF.
Yeah, I also think it's gonna sound counterintuitive. Don't debate to be right, if that makes sense. Like,
Right.
don't
Debate the
don't
topic.
just focus on like proving yourself right, if that makes sense. Like, at the end of the day, we are debating and we are trying to win at the end of the day. But if you take this as just a basketball conversation where you are trying to just portray your viewpoint and
there
say
we go.
why you disagree with the other person,
But
I think that goes further than like
But you realize,
Well,
like,
well,
out
this-
in any other context, like especially in like debating, like debates, period, like about like energy resources, like renewable money, math, like whatever. Like, I think that's where the break is like there's almost a narrative you have to build that's like associated with like
You good, Kenny?
could even honestly like, there's some things that people just will say that's just like not true. But then,
Kenny,
but
what's
if you can
wrong?
build a narrative on those things, you can just kind of like work from there. What'd you say?
Ron being messy.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
didn't-
trying
I
to
didn't
figure
hear
out why
what you said.
Kenny's.
No, I was
mean-
letting Swipe talk.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I try to debate with truths. I don't want to win off lies, but some people are definitely getting through and lying.
All right,
So-
who? All right, who?
Well,
You know,
I
it's
can
what-
tell you without
we
a
talking
shadow
about?
of a doubt.
Who we
I can tell
talking
you without
about?
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt the how much you play with the starter stat was 100% wrong. But that's why I think some of that is just like where do you?
So yeah, I mean, I think I don't know what the judges' criteria is about lying. Maybe it's only if you call out the lie yourself that it counts. Like the judges aren't going to do the research for you, which I guess is fine. Like if you don't call out the lie at the time, I guess it doesn't hurt
Right.
the other person. But at the same time, you shouldn't just be able to say anything with no repercussions. So I don't know.
I just
But,
like debating. By the way, I just like debating. By the way, I debate anything. We could debate politics. We
Like
could
debate?
debate
Yeah,
Like,
I know you like debating. I seen, yeah, you'd be arguing about anything. Literally.
anything. I'm just my own idea. Like I don't like. I like to think multiple ways. So it's like if you say something that I feel like is just a tradition, I don't like it. It's like, bro, why do you have that? Because it's tradition, or do you really believe it? So I want to push back by it. That's why I just like it's nothing bad about it. I'm not debating because I think you're dumb. I'm debating because I really want to know why you do that. Like,
That's
why
crazy.
is my
I
biggest
seen
thing?
in common with Jordan. That's crazy.
That's a fact. I just really want to hear why you think like that.
I'm
So y'all
I'm
just wanna
not
argue just to argue?
I'm not a fan of
I want to
debate.
argue. No, I don't want to argue just to argue. Argument and debating is two different
Mars,
things.
I wish you stopped
Yeah.
saying that, Mars.
I'm not a fan of debating.
I really would. You know what,
prefer
Ron?
to talk.
I really ain't a fan of being a one-on-one player, even though I'm fucking awesome at it. I'm just really not a fan.
Yeah,
of
but
being
I mean, there's
one-on-one.
people,
What's
there's
the
people.
criteria?
man.
I mean, there's
Give me a break,
there's
Mars.
professional athletes who have said themselves that they don't like the sport they're professional in. They're just
Yeah.
really good at it. Like
Anthony
There's a
Edwards.
difference between
I
there's a difference between not liking your job.
Every time we do this, I say I always prefer, and that's why both my debates. Now you might say the competition has been lower.
Sure.
Both my debates, I haven't really been debating. I've literally just been talking basketball. That's what I like to do. I don't like debating. I'm not a fan of it. I just want to talk basketball, and we're doing it in this format. And if I win, I win. I've already said, if I win, this is the last one I'm doing. I don't enjoy this very much. But I think the PCL is great.
Mark's been
It's
a
just-
two-peat
I
retire
don't
your asses.
yeah, I'm just.
All right. Well, if me and
it's
Mars
not
face
fun
each
to
other, I'm
discuss
getting
this.
into a debate with his ass. It ain't about basketball. I'm debating you. I don't know what you talking about. We
I
getting
do
into
I
a
do
debate.
understand. I do understand. I do understand Jordan's logic, though. I do understand Jordan's logic, though. Because you
Yeah.
said so is not an answer. That's not good
No,
enough for me. No.
and because it's been happening for 20 years is not an answer either. Like,
Oh, I definitely
wanna know
agree with
why.
that. Yeah, I definitely. agree
Yeah,
with
I
that.
Because
wanna
you
know
said so,
why.
that's not an answer.
Question everything.
Keep
I
going.
do stand by that.
Yeah.
that's the
Question
only way you learn. Like, I love learning. I can learn about anything, bro. Like, learning is like a big hobby of mine. Like, the stuff you think I wouldn't know about, bro. I know about a lot of strange things because I just love learning. Like, I listen to podcasts all day.
Yo, Kenny.
What's up?
We have smoke on the way, so before it gets smoky up here, I need you to figure out these last three matchups and what you think is
All
going to happen.
Oh yeah, because he had me losing. I forgot about that.
So we got John Dion versus Big Ox.
Johnny versus Big Ox.
I am absolutely 100% throttling John D.
Ain't no way to the podcast they making the finals. There's no
I
way.
don't know if Multi thinks that.
John, because the
I got
difference. See
Johnny
this the difference between with me and Jordan. Now the difference between me and John D is actually a better debater than Jordan, but he don't know as much ball.
Those two
I don't
things.
think John D is a better
Those two
debater
things
than
don't work, Ox. Those two things do
You know
not
what I'm
work.
saying? You
No.
got to be a top-notch debater and no ball to fade me. Can't just be one or the other.
You
So
saying
hold on,
John D
who
don't
you
know
got,
ball
Kenny?
or just he doesn't know enough?
I didn't say he don't know ball, Mars. I got big love for John Diesel. That's my guy. He just don't
He
know.
said
enough
he don't know
ball.
more ball than me.
That's an
His
insult.
ball. He just the young fella. You know what I'm saying? He don't got the ball and life experience. You know what I'm saying? give him another 10 years. He could probably get with me.
10 years. God.
I got John D though. I got John D.
Yeah, there we go.
Clearly, he does
Yeah.
know ball.
Yeah, there we go.
And then we got
Out the smell
it
of vote.
was Logan in Real Talk, right?
Yeah.
Nah, No, he had Chill winning somehow.
Oh no, yeah, I did have Chill winning.
Oh,
You're right, yeah, I did have
okay,
Chill
all
winning.
right. Just
I
making
had Chill
sure.
winning.
Chill against Real Talk.
I think Real Talk can beat Chill.
Real talking John Dion,
in
boy.
the final.
Woo!
Now, if this ain't just this is the Eastern Conference versus the Western Conference, what are we talking?
And this is why it is called March Madness, because you never know who's gonna make their way to the finals. And obviously, we got John Dion and we got Real Talk. Who is the champion between these two, Multi?
Hoop Talk Podcast Supremacy.
Yo.
Mars, give this man a spot or something. Make him executive producer or something, goddamn. I mean, damn, Kenny.
Hoop Talk only recruits the best. What we talking about?
I gotta beat Logan, but before I get to that, I gotta beat Logan first. So
Hoop Talk only recruits the best. If me or John D win, I'm gonna be on the panel the next day, and I won't care because guess what? The Hoop Talk podcast is in the semifinals. Now, if I lose and then John D decides to not win the whole thing, then I'm gonna be pissed. But if I lose and John D goes on to win, I basically won. So it's cool.
We got to get Mars his 5,000 pounds.
This is the thing.
Oh, fact, yeah, fact. Inflation. If I win, it should be in pounds. If I win, it should be in pounds. Everyone else gonna get $5,000. I'm here. That turns
Mars
into
gets
like
5,000 pounds.
4,200. Like,
I want mine in Swiss francs, Ron.
Oh, bullshit. I want mine in oxtails. So I want you to send a big ass truck of oxtails to my crib. I need that.
Hey,
you know when James Harden signed with Adidas and they sent that truck? I need that big ass truck full of oxtails.
One day, Jordan, you just got to come out west and we're gonna have a big pot of oxtails to show you how we get down. We definitely throw down with the oxtails. You are always more than welcome.
I'm coming out west in July, bro. I told you I'm coming to LA to defeat everybody. July.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'm going to Anaheim. I'm being in Anaheim in July. So
so here's the thing. Like with Chill's battles so far, I think if he loses to Logan, I'd be more disappointed than if he lost in the other 2 rounds. I think, and it's more so because this is a time where he can battle someone and just talk ball, like just on no antics, no nothing, no chat swaying. It's just simply Logan Chill talk ball, and this is where I think this is where he can thrive. That's why I haven't beaten Logan. The other 2, I can see why people feel the way they do. But with this one, I feel like there's like no excuse at that point.
Maybe Logan just knows more ball.
Yeah. And by the way, too, the winner doesn't get 5,000.
That part I don't know about that.
So what does the winner get?
Well, the winner gets the PCL belt.
Ron says this now.
This is some bullshit, Ron. Mars, this is some bullshit.
Y'all gotta read the contract.
Shit.
Bro. I've been telling y'all that for 3 weeks.
Oh,
Anyway.
Because the first place gets like 3,000, and then it's like second place gets whatever, and then the third place gets like 500.
So first place gets 2,500 in the PCL belt.
Damn.
Second place gets 1,000. Third place, well, they just donate their money to me, so I get the rest.
What? Yo, math ain't math, Ron.
Yeah, we still missing some bread.
No, he wasn't. He didn't tell me.
Oh, that's Ron cut. That's
He was
Ron
joking.
cut.
He was joking.
See what I'm talking about? Ox? What I mean when I talk about this dude?
Yeah, he was joking. He was
So if
joking.
I go to the finals and
He was
lose,
joking.
I still get rewarded.
Yeah, so first place gets 3,000.
Participation trophies.
First place gets 3,000. Second place gets 1,500, and third place gets 500.
Mars, I don't know if you noticed, but the loser of the Super Bowl gets like $30,000. Everybody on the whole crew gets $30,000.
I don't know.
Man,
Well, you
real
get
talk,
paid for the
like
playoffs.
You just get your ass pulled over and you sitting in front.
No, because I'm trying to figure out like every episode since I done, got this
Real
nigga the
talk
fuck
look
up
like-
out of here. He always got something to say about losing the debate. My nigga, you lost, bro. And then you want to come over here and lie. You want to say I was lying about the minutes. First
Oh, who
off,
are you
number
talking
one,
to?
that shows me you weren't paying attention during our debate because I didn't say minutes. I said percentage of possession.
But you know who's right next to
the
him?
possession count.
You know who-
but not minutes. That's
this is
number
why
one.
I'm saying-
Number
Finna get
two,
smoky.
This
stop
is
coming up
why
here
I'm saying
every
this is
episode
not.
that you
I'm
come
not
up
for
here since the
PCL.
debate because
We
you
haven't
got
had a
your ass
discussion about
fried.
this since
You
I've been
got
on
put
here.
You
This is
got
what I mean.
Plan
This is
B.
what we're doing.
You got grilled. You want to say something about me?
I haven't said a word about this since it happened.
PCL. No,
So
nigga,
this
you
is what
just
I'm
can't
saying.
beat me, nigga. You just can't beat me. And it hurt
Right.
your little feelings because you go on Twitter all the motherfucking time talking about what I don't know about ball. And then the minute we got matched up, I got your ass the fuck up out of here. Matter of fact, Rod said most of the judges had it as a sweep. I really 3-0'd your little ball head ass. And so you mad, nigga.
So this is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. We're back to this place of how PCL works. We're back to this. We're back to this place with how PCL works. Real talk. Real talk. There's been no discussion about you or about this debate. That's what I'm saying. This is not. We're just doing nonsense.
Nigga, you lost. I don't want to hear nothing from you. You had a chance to beat me in a debate on basketball, and you couldn't. You couldn't even beat me in a Jokic debate, nigga. You had a Jokic topic.
So this is the issue. So this is the issue. This is exactly what PCL turned into. Real Talk came up here, started yelling and started yapping because it wasn't about basketball. The conversation wasn't about what happened on the court. It came about narrative. Real Talk. The only thing that you have been good at, including last night when I watched your playback, you were crying and complaining. This is the first thing Real Talk did. Crying and complaining while Giannis is not getting the love that Jokic is getting. And he's complaining about it because you're not doing your job. That's the first thing you do. The issue is the way that you debate. You didn't debate information. You were debating narratives based on what you thought. And this is the whole thing. And then on the other side of this, the reason why I said you lied, this is why you win the debate in PCL because you're a yapper. The reason why you won that part is because you brought up something. It's because you brought up something that was literally one point about playing with the starter. And so now I'm literally answering the question. I'm literally answering the question. So shuts. You brought up the starting lineup stuff, which one isn't true. And then two, the other player that also played the other, I'm not done. Real talk. This is what I'm talking about. This is where we're back to. So we're back to me trying to have a discussion about what's happening. And Real Talk is yelling through the mic the same way you did in the PCL. So literally, if you look at the percentages of who you're playing with, he literally lied. And the other part of this, the other player, his other favorite player, also played a large percentage of his minutes with Giannis playing with the starters. That's just the way rotations work, especially because he knows the Denver Nuggets don't have players you can just roll into off their bench. They're playing Peyton Watson, Zeke Naji, and Russell Westbrook. Their bench isn't full of players you're going to go to consistently. But even then, with the bench unit, Jokic is still dominating his minutes. So what I'm saying is you did lie because you misquoted something. And then on the other end of this, you won PCL because you did just that part right there. I'm talking about what's happening on the court, and you start yelling and screaming at the top of your lungs about something ain't got nothing to do with basketball. So you won. And I already said this, by the way, because I already said this literally the day of the debate. No, and I said it this week. I already said you won. That was not a part of the discussion. What happened is we talked about it today. There's been no discussion since that point about PCL. I've not taken the win away from you. What I said at that point, you lied. And I even acknowledged to Ron that in the second topic, I wasn't prepared for it because I thought it was a different topic altogether. And I sent that to Ron that day. So that's what happened from that point on. So if you want to have a discussion about who won, you won. But I'm telling you off that last topic, I know what you didn't say that was correct. That's what I know. The first one, you want to give that, you want the Cleveland Cavaliers one? I'm good. That's cool.
Or can I respond?
Go ahead.
Okay. Also, if you look back towards that debate, I wasn't the one that started off yelling and cutting off the other. He started that, so I matched his energy. So don't get mad when I match your energy. That's number one. And you started doing that as a tactic in round two because you know you were losing the debate. That's why you started doing it. Because
to be fair, you did bring up a point.
I just shut up.
I'm not yelling.
For 5 minutes straight. I just shut up for 5 minutes straight. Sit back.
As you were saying.
Again, number two. What I said was a fact about his possessions. If you want to know where I got the information from, I even tell you where I got the information. I got the information from cleaningtheglass.com. You can go there. If you look up Nikola Jokic's total possessions, right?
Yep.
Then you go to his most played lineup. The most played lineup is the starting five. Then, right, that was 35% of his minutes, of his possessions, right there. Then I said he had another 26% with 4 of the starting 5 out there. So again, you can go look that up per Cleaning the Glass. I'm not making that up. That's where I got the information. I'll tell you where I got the information. And again, Swiper, the first thing that I heard post our debate is that, oh man, Morris came into my playback room, talking about, Swiper saying that, they changed the topic or whatever. So, I don't really know if you won it.
No, I didn't say that to Morris in one bit.
Okay,
that's not what was said.
But
I said to Morris.
That's what Morris told me.
Yeah, he added that part. So again, you can run with narrative. What I actually said to Morris was
that's what I got told.
Well, then I'm saying Mars then did what he does, and he spins things the way that he normally does, and then that's what happens. So that's what I'm saying. This whole energy you're bringing.
Sinister, Mars?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like it's not even about.
Do you fight that you are sinister? Yes or no?
No, he did. He know what he did. He know what he did.
Mars, can you be sinister? Yes or no, Mars? Because I'm looking at your face right now. You got the sinister look on your face right now.
Mars, yes or no?
Damn, player Mars.
I make plays. I don't know what to tell you. I make plays. That's why.
Damn, player Mars.
Yeah, Steve Nash.
I like that. Mars, a little sabotage.
That's all it is.
Never hurt nobody.
That's all it is.
Mars went to Ye area and think he can disrespect Pac now. Ain't no way. God damn, Mars.
Shout out Mars and shout out the Bay Area. But Hayes, what's going on?
What's going on, Ron?
Your wardrobe recently in the last week.
Damn, Hayes got him a haircut. What?
To lock in, I got to battle real talk. I had to lock in. I can't have the hair getting in my way, so I had to.
Hayes, that's crazy. That shirt is crazy, Hayes.
Hey, real talk. If I was you,
Big Duck,
I would question Hayes' nationality. That's what.
There's no question about it. Everything, just throw it all in one and keep it pushing. Like,
and just to give the context. So, and then can you repeat the stat that you said again, please, for the people?
Hey, you got them shirts in red?
Real talk, yeah, real talk.
I got
real talk. Don't worry.
Real talk. The cleaning the glass that you said with.
So you say the starting unit plays how many?
On the floor with
who is the starting unit? First of all, who is the starting unit?
Yeah, we're starting unit you represent.
Their starting lineup that year was
that year. Or you won last year?
Yeah, because
that's what we were talking about.
23, 24.
What?
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I don't know if y'all noticed out there in the PC world, but Hayes dropped the picture of his DNA, and 100% I see what I'm looking at. I didn't even know that.
I don't see it.
I found the stat.
I 100% see it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, so he did the percentage. The percentage of the
percentage. That's exactly what I said.
So percentage of the possession.
That's what I said.
Last year, Jokic played 5,485 possessions.
Correct.
Of those possessions, 1,923 came with the lineup of Jamal Murray, KCP,
the starting unit,
Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. That is 35.0592525%.
Right, and then do the other. I said you got another 26% of 4 of the 5 starters out there. So look at the lineups that had.
But that's what I'm saying. But even with that, that conversation where you.
The fact that you said he
But again, I misheard because what I went to was not the possession. So that's
right.
He's right about the possession.
That's why you missed the debate.
Because the possession, I've never hand calculated. I'm acknowledging it.
This is just be the time to fake.
Go ahead.
Fake your Wi-Fi going out. Just fake your Wi-Fi going out.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Y'all chill out on Swiper for a second, because I need to do what I always got to do up here. I need to bring the clarification. Okay, it was a mistake. Basically, in the PC, Swiper is like that one Karen that thought somebody stole his phone, and then she was tripping, and the whole time the phone was in the purse. Swiper just the PC Karen
That's you defending Swiper. That's
crazy, dog.
I'm just bringing some clarification, y'all. It was a mistake.
No, terrible.
It was a mistake. Leave him alone.
No,
it was just Karen energy.
When he says real talk lies, and in fact he didn't lie.
Because I've never hand counted possessions like that, but no, I'm sure. Yeah, that's that based on that math. Sure, that's correct. I've never hand counted possessions like that, but sure. Yeah.
Was there any other?
So now Swiper
I've literally already acknowledged it.
Wait.
It's not much calculation.
Swiper.
I literally already said based on what the assertion he came to. Yes, he was correct.
Let's talk. As the integral black man, I know that you are. apologize publicly for saying that I lied when I did not in fact lie.
No, I said you were correct about what you said.
I'm sorry, real talk.
Yeah, I said you were correct about what you said. I literally said he was correct about what he said. Like all this apology. Yeah, we're crazy, bro. Watch out.
I used to date a girl who would apologize like
okay.
This is crazy.
You're not gonna apologize for calling him a liar? That's tough.
Call me a liar. That's crazy.
I would have apologized.
I ain't giving no apologies.
You were the liar. It's crazy.
I ain't giving nobody no apologies. I'm only giving fade. Oh, fucking apology. Let's run a fade. I don't want no apology.
He talking about he lost because people were able to lie and get away with it.
Exactly. And then he
But we had a whole.
Crazy.
It's cool. I get it.
Crazy.
Swiper. If I was you, I just
Damn.
go for a fade.
You ain't got to worry about it, bro.
Every time we see each other, you catch your L, nigga. We gonna get a dub.
When else
Just
did
call
this
for a
happen?
fade.
Hold
Hold on, time out. When else did this happen? When else did this happen? Real talk. You're the same person that I told you on your platform that we had this whole conversation when you said that the Lakers were going to beat the Nuggets 4-2, and then you got packed up in 4, and I told you why, and I told you AD was going to get ran through. And you were wrong about that. We've had conversation for years. For years about that. I'm saying we've been doing this for years. We've been doing this for years. So real talk, you did win the PCL. You don't take any. I'm taking no credit. You won 100%. You did it. But I already told him that when it comes to this, even the first point, even the first topic we argued about, when it was about, hold on, that's what I'm saying. We're doing this thing again. Even
What you say? Just tried to take credit away, but now you're trying to say I'm not trying to take any credit away from you when you tried to tell.
Because what I heard and what you said were two different things. Because you were just yapping through it, but you were correct. You won it. I'm saying he ran through it.
We about to move off of this, and we about to move on because real talk. To the left of you is Big Duck energy. Are you ready for Big Duck energy?
Big Duck energy.
Big Duck.
What's that song? What's that song?
I'm excited for the next.
Jordan.
I am excited.
Please don't. That shit is rent free in my head. I can't handle it. Don't do that. No, Jordan. Don't.
Damn, chill. What club you was in where they played that song that much?
I started hearing that shit, and all I hear, Big Means energy. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Oh, damn, chill. You better stay out them nightclubs, chill.
Energy. Big Means energy. No. Turn that shit off, yo. I can't handle it. Nope, I can't do it. No, we're not doing it. No.
Swipe in Hayes. Aside from the clubs that Chill
came in there joining.
You guys have
what the
anything,
hell?
Or not Swipe? Real talking Hayes. Do you guys have anything that you guys would like to say regarding the PCL this weekend? Everybody else up here has spoken, including Multi Kenny.
Go ahead, Hayes.
It's gonna be a good debate. It's gonna be real good. I think that it's me and Real Talk both have similar energy when we get animated. That's gonna be, but I think overall it's gonna be a really good basketball debate. If we need to turn up, we will both turn up. And I respect Real Talk. I've been watching, his debates before. Now it's gonna be a really good debate. I'm looking forward to it.
You think you're gonna?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I come into the debate, with calm and cool energy. You know what I'm saying? I just want to talk the sport. I want to talk hoops. But if it does go there, I'm willing to go left with you. You go to hell, I'll go to hell with you. But I'm thinking, Hayes. I'm really thinking, like you said, we're gonna keep it. I think we're gonna keep it basketball talk, and I do think, he's a formidable opponent for sure.
Hey, hold on, Real Talk.
Looking forward to Sunday.
Hold on, Real Talk. Since you asking for apologies, I asked you man to man. I said, Real Talk. Who you got winning that debate? You said, I got gifted, bro. I just want to know you.
Now, wait a second, though, Jordan, because let's be real here. You do this thing after every debate that you'll go to anybody's face you see. Hey, who you got waiting that debate? You got me? You think I won that debate?
I want to know.
Come on, bro.
I want to know. You told me you had me winning. I respect it, Hayes.
I did have you winning. I haven't changed my energy yet.
Real Talk said he.
You know what, Jordan? I apologize.
There we go. That's good. That's cool. Hey, H-Town up. You know what it is. Hey, that's some Houston shit.
That's mature of you, Real Talk.
Yeah,
I know. Real mature, Real Talk.
Hey, so who you got winning the next one? Me or Oxtails?
I do have Ox. So I'm gonna have to apologize again. So I'm sorry.
All right, the most important one.
Jordan,
This is the
Jordan,
most important one to me.
you think Jordan, you think Real Talk gonna let you disrespect Ox, nigga?
Hey, this is the most important one to me. This the one that really gets to my feelings. Mars, who you got winning this time?
I mean, now we gotta play the strategic game. Who would I rather see in the semifinal? Like that's really what it is. I'm gonna just start rooting for who I think I could beat more easily. So yeah, I got you winning next.
Oh, this is bullshit.
All right, you're not happy I got you winning.
Nope. It's okay. I'm going in my black bag. I'm at the gym and somebody just pushed me, and I said, "All right, I got something for you niggas. I'm going in my black bag."
So you complain?
Y'all better clear out.
Because you losing.
Yeah, I told y'all.
Winning and you
No, I told y'all.
You going to the court? Go to your black bag?
Going straight to that black bag. I'm clearing it out. I told y'all on episode 500. I'm not gonna let nobody slap me. When y'all say I slap one of these niggas in here.
At PC weekend?
Hey, this what I said.
PC weekend?
Yeah, isn't this what you warned us was going to happen at PC weekend? Now it's
I was
happening
always
sooner
getting
than that?
smacked at PC weekend. Nobody up here though. I got respect for all
that's
you
crazy,
brothers.
bro.
Love y'all.
Ain't nobody gonna get slapped. That's crazy.
Oh,
Listen,
we all,
episode 500. I told y'all when somebody walk in the room and said, I slap one of these niggas. Don't peek over at my way. Like, no. Nobody gonna slap me.
Jordan, nobody slapped you.
Hey, I'm just saying. Folks walking there, I slap one of these niggas in here and peeked at me. I stood up, slap me then. Let's do it.
Who told you they was gonna smack you at PC weekend?
Hey, Hayes. Hayes started it. He came in there like,
I never said I was gonna smack you at PC weekend. Now, I mean, if you need to be smacked, I will, but I don't think that I need to.
I ain't worried about nobody smacking me. That's crazy work.
You shouldn't be. Nobody should be open hand smacking a grown man.
Nah.
Canadians get open hand smacked.
I'm getting off first. Before I get slapped, I'm getting off first. I'm just letting you know that. But it is what it is. But, hey, I'm getting off first. I don't know nobody slapping me. That's a fact. But
all right, so all for people getting slapped, I gotta read super chats. So let's go ahead and get into these. First off, let me shout out the members. My man Green became a member. Flawless Noob also became a member.
Crazy. Ron getting indicted first. Ron getting indicted.
And YSN Money sent through a members chat and said, "We live, 2 years strong." Shout out to the panel. My boy Reeves gonna take us to the promised land. Reeves carrying.
Yo, shout out to YSN 2 years strong, bro. Shout out. That's
2 years.
That's real loyalty, bro.
That's a long time.
Real loyalty.
Ron, you got your lawyer? You the head of the recon.
The fact that like Luka and Austin Reeves isn't a clear-cut conversation right now is part of our problem.
Hey, real talk. Stop the goofy shit, yo. Don't start it.
Luka right now is not a good. He's nowhere near where he was last year.
Like
nowhere near.
all of a sudden the defense is now. Like we've seen this a bunch of different times.
God damn, who mic is that?
Who's eating in the mic?
That's real talk ass. Look like he got pulled over at night. They said, I said, real talk be coming up here with his mysterious voices, and then he come over here like he's getting pulled over.
You do look like you in the
mysterious voice.
Hey, put your hands up, real talk. Hands up. Drop everything. Hands up.
Nah, you look like you got the one light over your head. It's just swinging back and forth.
Look like the officer said, "Don't move." His hands got his hands up. Real talk came up here one time, sounded like he was in somebody conscious. I'm like, what the fuck?
You do got that voice too, real talk. Like
he do. It did on playback. He don't sound like that on playback though. He don't sound like that on playback. He sounds a lot better.
If my conscience sounded like real talk, I probably would have made better decisions.
You bullshit for real.
I'd be like, "Oh,
are you sure you want to go out tonight? Are you sure you want to talk to her? Are you sure
real talk will start laughing."
You know what? Maybe I probably shouldn't be doing that since real talk said it. I probably shouldn't be doing that. You're right. I'm gonna step off.
I ain't never been told. I'm getting told new stuff up here I've never been told before. Chill said I look Dominican the other day. Jordan said
he definitely got some.
I got 3-4 voices. I don't know.
He do. He do, bro. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
All right, so D3 said, I heard Chill say he would trade CP3. CP3 gonna put that battery in Fox back, just like he did Shea. Fox will average 28 plus next season because of CP3's coaching.
Culture, that's crazy, coach. Culture, that's crazy.
All right.
Ron, don't stand
Jill
the
doesn't
chance.
remember he said that, so that's
Ron,
that.
don't stand the chance, coach.
Pit name Slickback said the Lakers are 22nd or the 22nd ranked defense over the last 16 games. People believe this is a legit title contender. Need a reality check. Swiper was right.
I'll always be proven right about the Lakers in the end. Every time.
Me too, Swiper. Don't worry. Me too. They gonna come for you like they come for me. It is what it is.
No, they already know it's smoke with me, so it's been smoke with me. That's
Oh,
why real.
okay.
That's why real talk. That's why real talk been like he is for me for years. For years.
Oh, he been waiting.
Damn,
too.
damn.
It's not another thing. No. This
Yeah,
is
how long this been going on?
He has vehemently been hating on Jokic. Matter of fact, let me tell you how bad real talk is. Real talk hates Jokic more than he loves Giannis.
You glaze Jokic.
This dude. No, let me tell you. Go look at Real Talk's timeline when Jokic has crazy games. Dead silence. But as soon as Jokic gives up a bucket,
That's not my part. That's not my part in the universe.
and then you get on the playback, and then Real Talk will get on playback when Giannis has a good game, and the first thing that come to his mind is Jokic glaze because he's upset that Giannis ain't getting the plug that Jokic is getting. I don't know, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's how you been. He been like that for years, though, bro. Shout out to you, bro.
Hey, how
That's
long has
Lakers
this been
fan.
going on?
Since 2023. Since 2023.
Oh, 2 years.
But you, real talk, do your job. You ain't got enough motion. That's all that means. Do your job, and then that way Giannis can get more love. That's all you got to do. Work hard.
Oh, you said you. Oh, wait.
This
You
really
said I ain't
sound
got
like
no. You said
someone
what?
thought he lost.
Work harder. Get some motion, and then Giannis will get more
Oh,
love.
get some motion.
That's what it is. I mean, honestly, that's what you were complaining about yesterday. That's what you were complaining about yesterday.
That's how the way we moved you about it.
Even Gifted had to bring it up to you. I'm saying they brought it up to you. Why aren't you just simply just
Gifted had to
praising?
bring it up to me. Oh,
Why aren't you just praising
I
Giannis?
got no motion, but that means you were in my room last night.
No, somebody told me. Literally, people came to me yesterday. People came to me and told me 100%. And first off, playback. I've already been in your playback. I've already been in your playback before. I've already been in your playback. Real talk. Hold on. Time out. I've shown everybody's platform love. So I've already been in your platform. No disrespect. No disrespect.
I had a K in my.
You had a what?
I guess ain't no motion. Go ahead, Ron.
You dropped the rack last night?
I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
What was you doing in my room last night is crazy.
Playback room. Excuse me. Playback room.
Here's the thing, y'all.
Crazy.
Everybody's
Playback
welcome
room.
into Mars's room tonight for playback.
All right.
Y'all
Shit,
pull
no.
up and watch. Oh, Mars and Pin's room because, well, the Raptors are going to be there. We got the Pistons and the Raptors. Y'all pull up. We got a good game on playback tonight. And if we aren't on playback, make sure you pull up to Real Talk's playback because I'd definitely be in Real Talk room. So I was in it.
Doing what? Looking for
You
water?
gotta keep saying it like that. Hey, y'all stop
Next
making me
Superchat.
fit too. Ops, Hayes. Stop bullying Finn.
I don't want to say what
Yeah.
I want to say. I'm gonna respect you, real talk, and I'm just gonna say.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Hayes, Jordan, and Ox. I know Hayes' government name, so he need to chill out because I know his government name.
Why
But
you put me in?
all the rest of y'all gotta relax, bro. Y'all all relax. Now, Ox, I'm not gonna lie. Ox. Ox. I get you. I understand. I saw what I saw today, and I was like, all right, bet. Cool.
Nah, but
Cool.
this been going on for a long time. And
I know, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you.
What the hell did you do? Peen is my guy. What are you talking about?
You let that nonsense happen the other day. I'm in the
computer
car.
restarted.
I'm in the car listening, and I come off my mic. What am I listening to? Is this PC or Jerry Springer? My
My
God,
computer
So what, you were not in
restarted.
the chat instigating that? Like I was in the chat that day.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Swipe a line. He
He
heard
said you part of the problem. That's what he said.
I couldn't say. What you mean? I was busy. I was with family.
It's
I
been a bad
heard in my ear
episode.
what was going on.
You've been getting exposed for 48 straight hours.
I didn't do nothing. I literally just heard it.
Yeah,
What you want me to do about it?
Swiper pulled up in the car, and then he got out the car and got on the couch, and then he didn't say nothing. They
Well,
said,
I'm
"Swiper,
with
what you
other
meant?"
people.
Swiper was in
quiet.
the chat instigating. Swiper was in the chat instigating. I was in the chat that night.
That's
He
a
was sending
fact.
bunch of messages being like, Arda's message. Oh, is that true, Pen?
We can't hear you. I can't even hear you. bro.
I heard him. I
What do
heard him.
you say? What do you say?
He said that you were in the chat instigating. You were.
I didn't instigate nothing. I said, what's
Were you
going
not
on?
instigating? What
I said, what's going on? I literally said, what's
And
going
you
on?
was talking about what I do.
Kenny talking through
I'm gonna
the
ask the question, like,
Scooby-Doo
what's going
phone
on?
on the bus. Kenny talking through the Scooby-Doo phone on the bus.
All right, y'all. Average Joe said, real talk. Just tell him. And the truth of the matter is, it was God's plan to show Swipers the liar.
Bruh, real talk been Drake this whole time for years. But you got your win. You did get your win. He been Drake this whole time. But I get it. We flipping roles.
I've been Drake the whole time.
The whole time.
Bro, hey, Swiper, you had one good year. That was 23.
One good year. Never. Dog, you ain't got a win in years till this weekend. Dog, what you talking about? You have lost the Lakers debate. You've lost the Nuggets debate. You lost the legacy trope with Giannis and it's over. It's been over. Anyway, go ahead. I don't want to take
I'm not even like Giannis.
Shut your face.
FC
No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm telling y'all. You have to know a real talk move. This dude literally every single real talk. Admit it. Every single time Jokic gets any best player in the world praise, what's the first thing you do? What about Giannis?
No.
What about Giannis? Why isn't he getting the love? What about the defense? What about the defense?
I am going to tell you my honest and truthful opinion. Okay, I'm going to tell you my honest, truthful opinion. I do not have a problem if you think Nikola Jokic.
Go to his Twitter. Go to his Twitter right now. Go to his Twitter right now. Everybody here. Go to his Twitter right now.
My problem.
I got
my
Superchats.
You're gonna be running suicide again, Ron.
Superchat.
My problem. I'm gonna tell y'all my problem, Ron. My problem is when niggas get on screen and say he's Wayne Gretzky. That's my problem. It's not about Jokic is number one. He's a great player. He's the best player in the league. Cool. It's the over exaggeration. It's he's better than this player by far, better than this. He's goddamn. You basically called him the GOAT. Saying Wayne Gretzky, you basically called him the greatest player of all time.
He didn't say Sidney Crosby, but I get what you're saying though.
That's all I'm saying, bro. That's my only problem. I acknowledge that Jokic is an all-time great player, but it's the it's the going to the next level of glaze. It's like, okay, my word.
All right, Cowboy Bob said, I asked because we seen Embiid win the MVP due to the success on the back end of the season. Can we see this happen again this season?
Can Kendrick Perkins pull a narrative out his tail?
Hey, shout out Kendrick Perkins.
Is it too late in April?
Not this late in the season.
Shay got it.
Yeah, I think it's over.
You got a narrative you can pull out your tail?
Yeah, shout out Big Perk. Shout out Big Perk. It is what it is. You know.
All dubs, no L's. Mars, yes or no?
Oh, you're so weird.
All Dubs No L's became a YouTube member. Shout out to All Dubs No L's. Flawless Noob became a YouTube member twice today. Shout out to Flawless Noob. Cool Joe sent through a super chat and said, somebody get Marcus Morris off ESPN. The Jokic and OKC disrespect was delusional. Swiper, would you like to speak into this?
I just thought, imagine bringing the person you've had the biggest issues with in your career to praise your name on television. That's like CP.
Rudy Gobert.
That's like asking Rajon Rondo. How does he feel about CP3? Like
he always say CP3 is great.
Right after that incident. After that incident.
So Marcus Morris saying Jokic isn't top 20 of all time is just disrespect.
Yeah,
it's Marcus Morris saying that Kawhi Leonard is quite possibly the most dangerous player in the playoffs is disrespectful. You think that's wild to say that?
No,
I don't think anything he said was.
What he was saying about OKC was just false. But everything else,
I don't think that's wild to say.
I don't think it was.
But how come y'all didn't have a problem with Draymond Green being all over the TV doing Rudy Gobert game?
Oh, I did.
Everybody, I did. 100%.
I think I spoke about that. Yeah, I think I spoke about that.
That was lame.
I think I spoke about that when that happened.
Like unprompted on TNT. Unprompted. Yeah.
What did he do? What did he do with Rudy Gobert?
He always disrespecting like Rudy Gobert. Like he would be on TNT randomly.
Yeah, I think what if I remember correct, it was either Rudy Gobert missed that game against the Nuggets. And
game number 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next day, all of a sudden, Draymond's on TNT just talking about the Timberwolves and Rudy Gobert. And then,
I remember.
And then all of a sudden, Jokic has that game 5, and guess who's there? Hello, Draymond Green.
I asked the question last year when he jumped on Rudy Gobert that what would be the narrative if Ant would have just punched him in his face? I would have loved to have seen that. If Ant would have
that would have been a
hell of an ass. I would have loved to see that. If Ant would have just punched him in his face.
He was on that.
Yeah. What if Ant would have, instead of grabbing his arm and trying, would have just straight hauled off and just cracked him right in his nose?
He would have got suspended.
Draymond would have crashed out.
Yeah, so
I feel you.
DSG Piccolo said Ella Della Don just retired. Damn, man. Great player. Now, Kenny, you got DFO in the first round, in the first matchup of the PCL.
who, Ron? Who we got?
DFO.
DFO. Dion from
You know
Ohio.
DFO?
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
DFO.
Yeah, shout out, bro.
I
Real
got
quick,
Dion.
Atlanta Della
Shout out to Atlanta Della Don, one of the best players we've ever seen in the women's side of the basketball court. Atlanta Della Don has always been amazing since we first heard about her. Shout out to Atlanta. Hell of a career.
We talk about
What?
DFO and you bring, you know what? Respecting her career, she was a great player.
Where you
Shout out DFO.
where you ranking her like as far as all time? She in your top 10, 15 range?
I mean, as far as like my favorite players, yeah, top 10. I don't know. Like it's hard to do a ranking just off the top. I don't know if I think I do got her somewhere at the end of the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somewhere probably in between 8 and 13.
How many how many did she win, Ox?
I think she got 2, right?
I know she got the one in Washington. I do know that.
Yeah.
Didn't they get 2? No, she might just have that one. I think it was just that one. It was just that one. It was just that one. It was that one.
She a 2-time MVP though, right?
Yeah, 1-time champion, 2-time MVP.
She was nice as hell, B.
Atlanta Della Don was so cold, bro. She was so nasty.
She was nice as hell.
Yeah, college included, man. She might be the best college scorer I've ever seen.
And didn't even go to UConn like she could have.
Shout out Ella Della for real.
She in between 40 or 50. Said she'll give you in between 40 or 50.
Ain't no way in hell you think that's the best college score you ever seen, Swiper.
Well, remember where she was at, and she did it. Like, you got to remember where she was at and how she was putting the points up, like before Caitlin. Like, this is all pre Caitlin, obviously.
You talking about for girls basketball?
Yeah, girls basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yusuf said, yeah, Luka might be washed. Somebody said he plays like a 6'7" Trae Young, and I don't see it, to be honest.
Yo, I be listening to this stuff, Ron, and it be bugging me out because on the one hand, Luka is whack, but then on the next hand, you don't trade the 25-year-old awesome player. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, now they're saying they lost a trade shield. That's what's happening now.
Here we go.
That's
Here
the timeline
we
last
go.
AD look good.
Oh, he looks fit. They only lost one since he's been in the lineup.
And he is an
If
amazing basketball player.
Luka is actually washed, that would be so funny.
It would be.
And then Nico better come out and stand right in front of Dallas Arena with his shirt off and say, "Fuck y'all."
I told you.
Nah, ain't no told y'all. Go to hell.
Why you gotta have his shirt off?
He's standing on he's standing on business. He flexing.
I think Luka need an off season. I
just think Luka need LeBron to go on about his business. I keep telling y'all that. When y'all gonna listen? When Bron go on about his business, Luka gonna be Luka the Don.
They are better with Bron off the court.
I keep telling y'all this, bro.
Not stopping Luka from getting.
They're not better with Bron off the court.
With
I
him
don't
and
care
Reeves?
what. I don't give a shit what numbers you got to say, Swiper.
All right, their defense is horrible. LeBron's not playing any defense, so I don't tell you.
Luka not playing any defense.
Defense ain't the argument to go.
You said
the Lakers are
no, they're not playing. What'd you say, Ron?
Luka's not playing any defense.
I know none of them are Reeves, Bron, or Luka. They're horrible.
Listen, Swiper, y'all listen. No, hold on.
Luka is. He's been better.
Luka is better without LeBron on the court. They do the same thing. I keep telling y'all.
Based on some numbers?
No, based on what you see, his production, he's better. They do the same thing.
No,
they do the exact same thing.
So why is LeBron able to be cool with Luka on the court? Luka just
because Luka apparently, according to these nerds, Luka have zero idea how to cut. He'll cut the half court. Of course, he like Mars said, he's gonna cut the half court, cut to the locker room. That's why he have zero idea.
We can't get too caught up on this because I got some more super chats and they are pertaining to Luka. So we gonna get to the next one from Your Highness Charles. He said everyone keeps saying the Lakers got this fleece of a trade with their limited
fleece has been a popular name today.
With their limited future picks and players, their future building with Luka is bleak.
I guess
maybe they should be building with Reeves.
Get Bronny and Bron packed up.
So Luka's gonna get traded again?
No, Bron and Bronny is gonna get packed up.
We're gonna get a season. I mean, we're gonna get a center during the off season. Luka's gonna get healthy, and we'll be fine next year.
You have to get rid of Bron. Real talk.
I know we got to keep moving, Ron, but that's a big hole that needs to be filled. That 5
Braun.
no doubt.
Well, people have them going to the title even with that hold though.
I know y'all want to save face because he wanted the GOATs. He could be the GOAT. Braun. Got to pack him up.
It didn't look like it last night.
Yeah, I'm Michael Jordan the GOAT, but Braun the best player. Michael Jordan the GOAT, but whatever.
Average Joe and Hayes, this is for you. He said random 2 gotta go. Pac, Hove, Wayne, Kendrick, Drake. Who you getting?
Kendrick and Drake, them last 2.
What are they even doing here?
Yeah, them last 2 gotta go.
What?
And Drake is not in that category.
Who you got, Hayes?
Not in that category.
Definitely Drake got to go.
Yeah, not in that category. Come on now.
You know who? Hey, you know who?
Kendrick.
All
Yeah,
right,
it got to
now,
be
who
Kendrick.
else?
I can't pick Kendrick over Wayne. He's definitely not going over Pac or
Kendrick?
Hove.
All right. Bye, Kendrick. And there we go. That's that. See, it was so simple. It was so easy. Zero just vibing said, better watch out, Jordan. If you beat Mars, you might get traded from the panel.
Mars got that kind of. Hey, he already made.
Yeah,
it
you
clear.
actually do
Mars-
have to factor that in. You actually do
Yeah.
have to factor that in.
Yes, sir.
It's
You
okay
have to
if I
factor
get
that
traded.
in.
It's okay if I get traded because the Drenchman and the Oxtail show is on the way.
That's gonna be
That's
Okay,
what I'm
okay,
doing.
okay,
Y'all
whoa,
can't
whoa,
get each
whoa.
other in the
Wait, Ron. First of all,
After
no, it
though, I
ain't.
got smoke.
No, it
I got
ain't.
smoke with him. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I got smoke.
No,
with
it
him
ain't. That's my guy. You ain't taking my guy. No, it is not.
Hey,
Drenchman
chill.
Oxtail show.
Chill,
That's my guy.
chill. You better get
No.
your lawyer on the phone. We gonna
I
make
ain't
it
getting
real.
nobody on the phone. You ain't taking my guy. Hell
Hey.
no. That's my guy.
Hey,
Chill with
Hey.
chill. This is my dude. Go get your
Yeah.
own dude.
Ox, how the hell is that your dude? And I'm about to instigate it now. How the hell is that your dude? This man put his name twice in the title. Chill with chill, not chill with Ox. This is crazy. It can be so simple. It can be easily chill with Ox. This man said chill, fuck Ox, chill. Chill with chill. He put in parentheses.
Yo, bro, move on, man. This
With
nigga
chill.
instigating.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Come on. Hey man,
It's
if
tier
you don't
instigating.
want to see, if you don't want the CEO dancing all in the videos, you know, trying to get, say, hey, this man put chill, parentheses, fuck Ox with chill, and that's y'all. That's that you gonna rock like that? That's crazy.
Hey, well, since everybody putting their bid in, I feel like me and you could take the champagne room to, you know.
Oh, you told you, bro. You ain't never coming to the champagne room. Bro.
Ever. If I'm at the door and Ron show up, we boxing. And I ain't even supposed to be doing
Ox,
that.
but I can get you the champagne
We boxing.
sponsorship, though. Well,
We are boxing.
I'll call you after this. You see? You see? Y'all
Get
got
your lawyer on the
negotiate.
phone, Ron.
Hey, you get your lawyer on that phone, you can make everything real.
All right, so Isaiah
I'm really,
Evans
trying to
said,
get, I'm really trying to get Mars to the champagne room, but whatever. Go ahead.
Man, please, man,
no.
goodness gracious.
Isaiah Evans said, we didn't have good defense against the Grizzlies, ? And Pacers, ? And Luka isn't getting his usual calls, and it's throwing him out of
Okay, well, stop begging for calls. He did that last night. He did that last night. Try to bait a foul in the paint, bro. Go up and make the shot. Like at some point, you gotta stop excusing this man all the time when he plays bad. We heard it all last finals, all last playoffs, and then we heard it again this year. Like, yeah, I get it, bro. But like at some point in time, we understand he's hurt. But to Jordan's point, you know, I'll take the expert or whatever, the what do you call it, the nerd stuff out of there on the cuts is whatever. But if you can't turn your hips on defense, bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You got to do something.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
You
if you a
gotta do
bum
something.
on defense, your ass a bum. Ain't no
You gotta
nerd
do
can
something.
fix
Like you're
that.
on the
Your ass a
perimeter,
bum.
dog. Like you got to do something. You can't just keep turning your hips and people just getting past you whenever you want. Like literally, Mo was putting out clips as they talking about why are they switching Steph onto him? Like he can't guard him. Like, bro, all right, bro.
Realist123 said, my Austin Reeves third team All NBA take is aging well. We'll be fine. This is all an overreaction as usual.
Hey, before anybody say something, I want to say this. I'm a man. I apologize, Realist123. I crashed out on you the other day. I apologize.
About what?
I don't even remember, but I crashed out. That's how bad it
must
was.
have been-
I don't remember. I crashed out, but he asked me about it in the comments. I apologize. I was wrong.
Yo,
Big U, Jordan.
You want to be my friend?
Yeah, I crashed out on him for no reason at all, bro. That's my bad, bro. You know, shit be. I was sick. That's how shit.
Yeah, that's right. You
know.
was picked that day.
Yeah,
Real
bro.
talk.
I had no. That was crazy.
Is
Yo.
this all just an overreaction with the Lakers? Is everything gonna be all right?
No, they're not as bad as they seem, but they're not
I'm
as good as your people.
concerned. Damn, your name real talk. I'm concerned about. I am concerned about Luka. I am concerned about Luka. Luka can't get by anybody right now. He's relying on either tough shot making or foul baiting. And if Luka's not a top 3-4 player in the league definitively, then I'm concerned.
What did you pick them? Did you pick them making out the West this year?
No, I did not.
You think second round?
At first, I was really only worried about OKC in the West. The mid Nuggets don't move me, but Golden State actually did show me something last night. Golden State may be the second best team in the West.
Hey, we talking. Now we talking.
If they get swept by Denver, are they?
Forget the 2 seed, huh?
Oh, Houston. Yeah, shout out Houston.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Houston.
Steve.
You wrong for that because you from Houston. He wrong for that shit. He wrong for that shit, Mars. Mars, you take his spot now. Yeah, don't put me next to his ass. Mars from Houston now. That's my roommate.
Steve-O said, Mars, are you ready to admit Jonathan Kuminga is a good defender? Put Luka in a phone booth. Let's go, Warriors. Swiper, don't run now, nigga. Nuggets are next.
No.
First win versus Denver since 2022 on the way for stuff. Could be.
Jonathan Kuminga's capable of being a good defender. He's not, but he's capable.
Somebody need to send that nigga a good barber. I've been complaining about this shit for 2 years. I mean, since he cut his hair.
It's good.
That
It's
nigga
good. Barbers all over. He
cutting his own thing, huh? So he cutting his own hair is what you saying? Or Hayes cutting?
Gotta do sometimes.
I think Draymond doing it.
Oh, Draymond saying, "Nigga, sit down, don't move," with his hand on top of his head. It's crazy work. It's crazy.
That shit don't hurt. Stop moving.
Yeah,
popping him in the head.
Stop playing. Yeah, he hated that, bro. Kuminga got one of the worst haircuts I've seen in a long time, bro.
Move again. I'm gonna shave it all off.
Hey, that's a good Chicago fade right there, though. That's a good fade right there, Hayes.
Draymond lining that boy up on your face, bro. You know I appreciate you, big dog.
There you go with your Junie B. Jones ass beard.
And
got this old Junie B. Jones ass hair. There's some bullshit, Hayes, that popped up with his Junie B. Jones ass blonde beard and shit. He capping. All that shit is fake. He put that shit to make up for the picture he put up there. Talking about, yeah, this being this.
Show your hairline, Jordan.
No, I don't have no edge.
Okay.
I will get one though. Hell nah.
PS1 said AD for Luka was a bad move. But what if AD was 26 or 28? Would you still do that trade?
I'll do the trade if it was 36 or 38.
The Mavericks gonna be the favorite next year, bro. I keep telling y'all, bro. Like the Mavericks gonna be the favorite, especially if KD take his ass to Triple D. Hey, bro, the Mavericks cooking up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. AD cold as hell, bro. I think
I definitely thought that was the plan before Kyrie got hurt. I was thinking, yeah, Dallas probably gets KD next year.
Even if
they go with
they don't even
KD,
still might
AD,
be.
Kyrie.
Let's say they just get Middleton. Let's say they just get Chris Middleton or some shit like that, bro. The Mavericks cold as hell, bro. Bro, AD is really damn good, bro. I think we just got him. You know, we got too involved with Luka, but AD is really damn good, bro. That's what I'm telling y'all, bro.
Yeah, he's good. We know what AD can be when he's on the court. It's just how often is he going to be on the court? That's
lately he's been playing though.
This is true. Yeah.
So I mean, if we can get him in the playoffs, bro, Mavericks might sneak up and do that shit they did with Dirk when they went on that run, bro. AD can be that. No, I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about next year. Okay. I'm talking about next year where what they did with Dirk, surround Dirk with a superb role player.
Do AD got Dirk level carryability though?
On both sides, yes. I think so on both sides, bro. AD can get back to scoring 28 a game. Or whatever he was scoring when he was in New Orleans. It was 28, right? I think he was scoring 28.
I'm here for it, bro. I ain't mad at it. I'm here for it.
Hey, what was AD scoring in New Orleans when he was cooking up? It was about
26, 27, 28, and 12.
Yeah, see, if AD can get back to that with the role players that they got, shit. With Clay, don't forget Clay over there. I'm telling you, bro, Dallas suiting up to at least be in title contenders for 4 straight years, bro.
Whoa. What's Kyrie? When's he coming back? Late season?
If Kyrie come back too, but they just gonna have to get one more player.
December,
let Devin Booker, let Dallas pull off a heist and send Devin Booker over there. I'm telling you, bro.
That's a big hypothetical.
I don't know.
Ain't no big hypothetical.
I don't know how they pull that out, but
send PJ, send a couple picks. You know, and I like PJ. Or send. Nah, you can't send Lively over there. AD got to play with them guys. I don't know. Somebody got some shit happened. I'm just gonna say that shit happens. We go see.
All right, y'all. King Musa sent through 30. That's pounds. Sent through 30 pounds. Shout out King Musa. King Musa said Steph averaged 44 in the last month, in which he's talking about the 4 days of April. But Steph averaged 44 in the last month on 52, 96% efficiency, which is insane for a 37-year-old 6'2" guard that shoots 10 plus threes a game. Where do you guys have him ranked all time as a scorer?
Top 20. I'll probably say top 20. I don't have him top 10, but top 20. It's the one-on-one for me that's a factor in the scoring. And Steph's not that great. He's not that great of a one-on-one scorer. But I didn't say he wasn't good. I say he's not that great. He's top 20. I get you. He's top 20 because there's some guys, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, he's probably higher than that for me. He's probably
let's get can you name like at least the 10 better scorers than Steph?
Melo, Bron, KD,
Damn,
James
disagreed with you on the first name. That's tough.
Y'all disagree with me on Melo? Y'all goddamn mind.
I'm a Melo supporter, and I vehemently disagree. I've seen him in the playoffs like for multiple years.
For you to say Melo is not the best scorer than Kevin, than Steph Curry.
No, sir.
We don't have time to get into this.
Yeah. We
my
don't.
God, Swiper.
Where we going?
Hey, come on, bro.
Just remember this. We will pick this back up.
KD a better scorer than him too. By the way,
next
so I'm at what, 5 or 6. I keep going.
DSG Piccolo, Jordan, just work on that list, and whenever you're ready to publish it, we'll bring it up.
Yeah.
You coming to Playback tonight, Jordan? If not, just send me the list and I'll read it for you.
Am I on Playback? Ron ain't sent a schedule out. He late. Ron getting ready for his Rico.
Well, here's the thing. We got somebody that you're not on Playback tonight. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Look at this bullshit.
DSG Piccolo said wasn't able to watch the game, so I got a box score watch. But Shaden FC, we up. Denny FC, ball only, we up. Glass cleaner. Hope Tumani isn't injured long.
Portland been playing really damn good, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
For real.
Really damn good. They got something to build with. They still got, we talk about this every time about the people they got to get rid of, but they got something to build. I ain't gonna lie. And Shaden must have heard Mars. Shaden must watch the show because Mars started talking about this dude can't score from 3. Next, he cash out them joints at 40%.
How many threes he made?
4 out of 10.
That's what I want to see. Come on, 40%. Shaden start making threes.
I think he had 37 or some shit like that.
Shaden start making threes. We unlock a whole new level.
Shaden is a hell of a player, bro. And I was dead ass wrong about him. I was on the old man tear when I started talking about this man. He ain't playing college. That's some weak ass shit.
I've been Shaden Sharp FC.
Yeah, I remember somebody else up here saying Shaden wasn't gonna be good too. But
dog, this man came in the league destroying. Bro, I said I'm wrong. I tell y'all when I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. Good player.
Void Century said, "What's good, panel? I won another 500 on PrizePicks last night. Shout out Braun and Curry for taking me to the finish line. Also, my Heat looking good. We bouncing the Cavs in the first round.
Probably shit. Cavs ain't that damn good.
Probably.
Why do you keep saying that so definitively?
I keep saying that. Number one, I'm a big Donovan. I'm not even a Donovan Mitchell hater, but he's not a number one, bro. I'm telling you. He's just not a number one.
Just Tyler Hero?
No number one, but I'm out of bad.
Definitely not no number one. But it's not
franchise player?
Definitely not a franchise player, too, by the way. But I will say I just don't believe in the Cavs. Like that shit is cool, but you locked in a cell with me, and I know something that's more important than water. They not surviving. Bottom line.
I'm confused.
No, you ain't confused. You ain't confused.
All right, Ron,
that's
enough for me. That's too much for you. That's left. All right,
hey, Miami not buddy. That's
y'all
the point I'm trying to make.
Merry Christmas.
It is what it is. Y'all know what I said.
Realist 123 said, Warriors beat the Lakers. 1-3, and now it's they can beat OKC. And now everybody's saying they can beat OKC. If they lost, they might drop to the play-in. Also, Draymond is defensive player of the year.
Both are True. They still could drop to the play-in now. That's still very possible. But yeah, I think if any team has the best chance to beat OKC, Denver, Minnesota, and Golden State. Those are my 3 picks in the West.
I mean, everybody's battling for second place.
Yeah, facts.
Average Joe said, what do y'all have now as the 5th spot, or who do y'all have now for the 5th spot for the first team? Has Steph overtaken Brown for that spot? Ant-Man, Donovan Mitchell?
I'm have it as 4 people, 6 people on the second team. That's where I stand.
Yeah, I don't really know who gets that 5th spot.
That fifth spot is going to be so far away from the top 4 that it's like, congratulations. I don't care.
I'm thinking D-Mitch might make it just because, well, if they can't separate it by play, then that
imagine the second best player on the team making All-NBA first team. Sad.
Oh, we're still doing this foolishness. Okay.
Yes, we are still doing this. Yes, Evan Mobley has been the better Cav this season. Yes.
Yeah, this season, but we used to,
which is what the All-NBA first team is based on this season.
But we used to make the distinction of. But you said second best player, not playing the best.
I thought it was obvious in the context of All-NBA conversation. We were talking about this season.
You know
I thought it was obvious in the context of All-NBA. We were talking.
So who's the best player on the Cavs? Period, Mark.
I think Donovan Mitchell is the best player on the Cavs.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
Okay.
But obviously, in the context of All-NBA, when I say the second best player, so obviously talking about this season.
Big Smoke said 3rd seed Warriors coming soon.
They can get 3, yeah, they can. I'm rooting for them tonight.
Jay sent through a super chat and said, would you say Jimmy is a combination of Bron and D-Wade?
He's the greatest player of all time.
Pip named Slickback said Mars. Spreadsheet FC is disgusting. These guys will declare that an 18-year-old is a bust even when he's in high school. These dudes don't like basketball.
They don't. Yeah, they don't like basketball. That's what I've realized about Spreadsheets FC. They don't like basketball. It's kind of sad, but yeah, they don't like basketball.
DSG Piccolo said, also, Ox, we coming for that spot, nigga. Move out the way, sir.
No, he talking about the 10 seeds.
Portland creeping up.
I mean, they are. They're like 2 games back. If they win out, they have a shot.
Mr. Cox said, Big Ox, a couple days ago, I heard you say Texas will beat South Carolina. Can you explain your reasoning? Unfortunately, Ox ducked out on us.
Mr.
Early.
Who?
That's Dr. Sebi.
Your ass gonna need Dr. Sebi.
Yo, all right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. This is insane. All right. Wazardo said, Wazardo said, why does Ja feel the need to test the NBA so much with these gun gestures in game? He's not setting a good example for someone who's supposed to be the next face of the league.
Oh, I don't care about that. Shout out to Ja for getting fined.
That's so lame that they doing that to Ja, bro. That is so lame, bro.
I seen Luka do none. I seen Luka do.
Ant been doing this all year, bro.
Change that background. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that picture is
Yo, come on, let's get through the super chats, bro.
I respect your background, Jordan.
Because I'm never gonna be able to look at Dr. Sebi the same after that.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Nick said, y'all seen the Drake and Josh reunion? That's my childhood. That 90s Knicks with all that in the Amanda show. Hey, shout out the 90s Knicks. For real.
Yeah. Behind me is crazy.
Yeah, the fact that he is behind you is crazy. On top of that, you got the wrong person behind you, guys.
Oh my God, this dude Ron said, "Is that Dr. Sebi?"
Game the Dream sent through a members chat and said, "Jalen said you were his backup dancer, Jordan."
That's bullshit.
You know what Jalen are they talking about?
I have no idea.
Carter, I believe.
Jalen Green, I don't know.
Nah, they talking about Jalen Carter.
Who the fuck is Jalen Carter? Who is Jalen Carter?
He was on Damo Street, alumni. He was on.
Just know.
I don't know who Damo is either, bro. I don't know why, bro. Why people be? I have no idea who these people are.
Just some people that were here before you got here. So
I
that's
guess so.
it. That's
But why would I be somebody backup dancer?
because Jalen like that.
What?
Hey, look
That's
behind
crazy.
you. That's why.
Shit.
Yo, shout out to Cheese. Cheese re-upped his membership. Salute to Cheese. MP13 said, man, I saw Chet get bodied by MPJ. He isn't doing anything with Zubac. He better pray Isaiah doesn't commit those stupid fouls and leave Chet alone. There you have it. And last but not least, Average Joe said, Swiper sounded like Drake saying, I lost because of the bots and narrative. I really rap better. Let it go, boss. Respectfully.
I think Swiper won.
Mars is fake as
saying
hell,
shit,
bro. Mars is fake as hell, bro.
My bad for speaking my truth. I guess. Okay, my bad.
Before we get up
Dr.
out of
Sebi is
here, do y'all
crazy.
have anything to say to the people?
Shout out to Dr. Sebi, man. Shout out to
Dr. Sebi is crazy. But the comeback was crazier. You
No,
gonna
that
need Dr.
comeback was
Sebi.
wild. All right, y'all.
Crazy.
We gonna catch y'all on Playback later tonight. The Pistons versus Raptors. Also, we gonna catch you on Sunday for the PCL. And last but not least, maybe Swiper can get a dub this weekend. And
Damn,
he
Swiper
can
going
end the
against
week
Rick
out on a
Ross?
good note.
Swiper going against Rick Ross? Oh shit.
All right, y'all. We up out of here. Y'all be easy.